skies are black, where the ghosts and demons claw their way back. The streets are cold, the walls are thin, and the danger waits beneath the skin. You're just a whisper on the cobblestones, a blade in the dark, but you're not alone. Whispers carry secrets, whispers carry lies, and every step you take there's a pair of watching eyes. In the shadows of darkfall, danger always calls. Whispers in the darkness echo through the walls. Slide like a shadow or fight like a hound, but the city pulls you under and you're bound to go down. The color swings the blade with a deadly grace, fighting through the blood, putting fear in place. The hound takes aim with an eagle's eye, tracking prey across the midnight sky. The leech alchemy, brewing poison in the dark. The whisper calls the spirits, leaves a ghostly mark. The spider spins webs of intrigue and schemes, while the lurk slips through like smoke in dreams. In the shadows of darkfall, danger always calls. Whispers in the darkness echo through the walls. Slide like a shadow or fight like a hound, but the city pulls you under and you're bound to go down. The clocks are ticking, the city's alive. Survive long enough, maybe you'll thrive. But trust is a currency spent in blood, and the tides of fate are like a rising flood. So choose your role, play your part in this game of shadows, in the city's heart. From the rooftops high to the sewers below, in the city of Duskable, you reap what you sow. In the shadows of Duskfall, danger always calls. Whispers in the darkness echo through the walls. Slide like a shadow or fight like a hound, but the city pulls you under and you're bound to go down. You're bound to go down. Yeah, you're bound to go down.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's session 2 of Blades in the Dark with our Leviathan teeth here. We're going to jump right into it with a recap. Dun, 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 as it is, as we do. So, who wants to be the brave volunteer to tell us what happened last session? We did a lot last session, by the way. You guys tied the record for most jobs done in a single session in under 4 hours, so... We're at 4 hours, wherever we're at. So I will give you all congratulations on that.
Quite the feisty session to start out with. I think we did quite a bit. So we were couriers, and then couriers turned into cruel, ghostly executioners.
Committed atrocities.
And then that turned into wiping out an entire gang and making them
Not all of them. Wow.
Well,
we
actually, we used diplomacy at the end and said, "Hey, join us." And so it was pretty exciting.
And you guys rolled surprisingly well, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Some of us rolled surprisingly well.
Got me all a little stressed as we're going to start off with, which is going to be fun because you might get to see the consequences of burning all your stuff in one session. But I do encourage you to still burn your resources, as that is part of the fun of the game. And as a side note, once you have trauma, you can start getting experience from it. So don't be afraid to get at least a little. Let's see. What else? Anything else happened that would be important for you guys that you guys are worth sharing? We didn't do a lot in the interim because this game isn't one you play outside of camera too much. There's not a lot of stuff for us. Go ahead. Sorry.
Surlock. I said we met Lord Surlock, some dude that we are tied to. Done some work for him where I had done some work for him in the past, and he seemed pretty enigmatic to me.
Ooh, that reminds me. That's what you did for yours. Did any of you other players decide on the other gangs that we've already interacted with to kind of have a little bit of a backstory with?
name because I don't know who we're going to quite run into yet, but she, for me, was the unseen because Kefta has ties with the underworld.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so do you know anything about the unseen? Or did you just pick a name off the list?
I totally went by vibes because unseen just made sense to go with like whisper and ghosts, and I just assumed by name they might have something to do with that.
Okay, so stuff you would know about the unseen if you've dealt with them in the past, right? Is there an insidious criminal enterprise with secret membership, although they pull the strings of the entire underworld. So if you have any notes with the unseen, you probably just know surface level individuals that claim to be part of them, kind of thing. They are a tier 4 organization, which is the second highest thing in the thing. So if you've dealt with them, it was probably very, very passively or accidentally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Though, out of curiosity, are they a positive influence or a negative influence with us? I do not remember.
We have positive, which is why I picked them.
That is okay. Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's good for us. I ain't complaining whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at our factions here. All right, cool, sweet. That could be interesting. How does that apply? Who knows? Anyone else? Oops, sorry. Go ahead, Aaron.
I'm just gonna ask a question. If you with the Circle of Flame, who we have like the really like they're like our first business, like what do we know about them? I don't really
Okay, yeah, you guys know a little bit about them. You know that you stepped on their toes by taking this towers that belonged to them before. You will also know that they are. Let's see if I can pull up their title here, so you can at least have the basics. Oh, of course, I flipped past their page. I know they're here somewhere. The letter C. Circle of Flames. Here we go. So, it is another secret society, a refined secret society of antiquarians and scholars. They cover for extortion, gaff, vice, and murder. So, because several of you are connected to the hoity-toity bits via various stuff, there's probably a reason why they don't like you. They've probably heard about 3/4 of us in some form or fashion. Not to mention some of our side characters.
That's why they don't like him.
Maybe catching everything on fire.
So are the fog hounds work for the Circle of Flames, or is that a separate thing? The fog hound.
Totally separate thing. The Circle of Flame is a tier 3 organization. You know that they have an HQ in Six Towers, right? So that is their main hub, is in the Six Towers area. So every time we do something in Six Towers, we are stepping on their toes, more than likely.
Mm.
Any other questions?
So we're deciding collectively as a group who we have influence for, or are you looking for a personal background with specific institutions so you have
well, so mostly that. I want to hear what you, because it was part of your homework was to find someone that you have connected with in some form or fashion to help with your background. But if you have an idea of what you've done with them in the past, that helps me, like, when you actually re-interact with them, kind of thing.
Well, whatever noble faction we have positive influence with, in my regard, my connection to them would probably be because that's who my Lord Liege is probably tied with, and I probably interact with them on a regular basis on his behalf, much to my chagrin.
Chagrin. Okay, well,
I believe I named him Lord Gilder in my background. Lord Gilder, maybe.
That's a fun name.
I have that.
If you look at your positives over here, the only one that really also deals with nobility is the Hive, which is also another tier 4, and they are the basically unseen merchants in the night market. Basically, if you see a honeycomb on the shop, you know they're part of the Hive, and they are not to be messed with without possible repercussions.
Okay. Then the only other thing is part of my background. Let me get over to the slide. One of my sly friends is Bazo Baz, a gang leader, which the only other just like gang I can see in our factions with positive influence is someone called the Red Sashes.
Oh, definitely not the Red Sashes. Nope.
Okay.
Nah.
That's why I check these things.
So the Red Sashes are a training school in the middle of Brightstone that literally are a martial combat school. They teach people how to sword fight and whatnot. So they have some. If you guys get in good, they can teach you how to do some pretty cool maneuvers and things.
So why are they listed under the underworld then?
Because when they kill people, it's not good. Ooh.
Well, they're also listed as having +1.
Yeah.
Yes, they be friends, allegedly somehow. Again, you get we rolled for your guys' positive and negatives with these groups so far. So it was supposed to mostly be
Okay.
zeros, but I rolled really, really well.
Then the other one are the Gray Cloaks. I don't remember who the Gray Cloaks are.
So the Grey Cloaks is your most positive influence, surprisingly, and they are former bluecoats that have stepped away from the uniform. They are old police officers that still do. They're the good guys for good reasons in the city, right? But or they are officers that got kicked off the force because they got caught for corruption or other things, right? They are generally seen as a positive force for the community, but they ride a very, very thin line.
All right, can Bazo Baz on my list be one of these Gray Cloaks then, just to make things simple?
Let me look because I think they actually have a name leader, but I will look really quick.
Well,
and also, the game could just be another random game, kind of like us, right? The Leviathan Teeth. They don't have to be a named one from the book.
All right, I thought that was the point. Sorry.
No. Let me see here. Yeah, they have a named leader and a second.
Okay, and never mind.
Oh, hey, time out. Baz, I found him. He actually is a named character in the book.
Okay, cool. Whatever gang that he's associated with.
The Lampbacks.
Lampbacks. Okay, so my connections with the Lampbacks. I don't have a positive influence, but I don't have a negative either. They tolerate me.
Yes.
The Lampbacks. Who are the Lampblacks?
So the lamp.
Actually, we have a negative with them,
Oh,
so
yeah.
my friend hates me. Anyway.
He might like you, but everyone else hates you. Anytime you show up, he gets drunk and is a pain in the ass to deal with or something stupid. Also, we have a negative with them because they were friends with the Foghounds, and we killed a majority of the Foghounds.
So he's probably gonna come. He's probably gonna come talk to me here pretty soon. Huh.
But anyway, these are former lamplighters, or part of the former lamplighter guilds turned to crime when the services were replaced by electric lights. So recently, they used to go around the city and, like, in the morning, you'd have to actually light lamps with Leviathan blood in them, kind of thing to run around and do stuff. They've replaced them with the electric versions now, and so the majority of lamplighters don't have a job unless they work for an estate or something.
Fun.
They're also not friends with the Red Sashes. And they work mostly in Crowsfoot, which is all stuff you would know because you are a friend.
Okay. So yeah, I can see Bazo coming to come chew me out here sometime soon. Because why did you kill all my friends? I didn't kill all of them. Some of them work for us now.
Yes.
Alternative employment. It's fine.
So,
We offered an aggressive recruitment package.
an aggressive recruitment package for sure. All right, so if we look at our Bravo list of stuff and things, you guys took one turf in the warehouse. You guys decided on the opposite side turf instead of the close hand turf that connected to the warehouse to expand as much as you possibly could.
Yeah, giving us options for the future.
Yep. Okay, cool. Good to know. So you have 2 locations figured out so far. And you guys will know that there's 4 turf markers on the thing. But every actual turf location you have actually lowers the total you need to level up. But once you max out your turf holdings, so once you get 6 spots essentially, you can't reduce your rep needed anymore. You can get the entire list of options on the board, but only 6 of them apply to lowering your rep ability. So just as a note for you guys. But every piece of turf that you do acquire does count towards lowering the needed rep. Actually, that's the wrong button. I need to turn this into an O because you have 2. There we go. So, as a note, you guys only need 3 more rep to try and get a new tier, which is important. So, that leads us to today's starting bit, which is information gathering. You guys all get 1 action to gather some information on possible jobs. You guys now know a couple NPCs to talk to. You do know that the 1 job for burning down that 1 building is no longer on the table, as you have done other things instead of doing that. You guys did get paid last session, at least a coin or 2, if I remember correctly.
We have 1 coin left. We used 1 to get rid of heat.
Okay.
Because we were at 6 and we're now down to just 2, so we just have one coin.
Okay, cool. So you all have to do some information gathering and talk to some random yahoos, quote unquote, to kind of figure out what your next possible job opportunity is.
Well, Spider, you're the coordinator here.
So at this point, we're just looking for work. So I feel like we should all reach out to any contacts that we have. Perhaps. So I guess, what do we want to try and do? Do we want to try to get some coin? Do we want to try and increase our turf? I think we just did a pretty good job of beating up on another gang. So perhaps we should look to acquire some coin, rep, and turf. I feel like that is probably our best course of action. So maybe some kind of high-paying job we should be looking for, I feel. Perhaps.
Well, the highest paying jobs in this town are typically vice and blackmailing people for indulging in their vice and getting caught. So,
blackmail.
And just as a reminder, since you guys are bravos, you guys gain experience by... If I can find the note here.
Yeah, so maybe we look for a smash and grab job.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
steal.
I suppose.
Or I mean, surely.
Extortion is also one of your things that you guys get experience for.
Yeah. And I feel like Alexander really wants to kill something, so...
I would just like to burn something to the ground.
Yeah. Fire.
Okay, so you guys are looking for a high-paying job that is preferably smash and grab?
Yeah,
Preferably involves violence, anyway.
Anything that fits in our specialty. So anything extortion, sabotage, match and grab, that kind of stuff. I think this would be interesting.
Okay, interesting.
So I think what for my guy, what I think I'm going to do is actually reach out to my newly swayed clerk and see if there's any dirt on anyone from an extortion standpoint, like anybody that's got any kind of court cases pending or anything that is kind of behind the scenes or hidden or undisclosed documents, to see if there's somebody out there that might be ripe for a little blackmail.
Interesting. Okay, that's a great way to talk to and do things. Go ahead and make a skill check of your choice that kind of relates to that. So, sway, consort. What are you trying? Are you trying to talk the information out of them, or are you just going to kind of gossip with them?
Consort. Yeah, I'm gonna try it because that's how I got this person on my side. Anyway, a lot of flirtation.
All right.
So,
what was what was the name for that character? Do you remember?
she's in the notes. Clara Vaughn.
Okay. You head up to City Hall, and Clara is happily sitting at a desk, enjoying her lunch. You've caught her at lunchtime.
Yeah. So, bring her a little bit of whiskey, sit down with her, and start shooting the shit. You know, just being all slob.
As one do. Or are you? Let's see how the roll goes.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, that's going to be a really terrible double one. So I'm thinking that I just screwed things up pretty bad.
Ooh. Yeah. So not only did you walk in with lunch, you walked in on a private lunch with her boss. And as you walk in with whiskey, she looks at you with just burning hatred for a while. You have lost this contact for the entire session.
Oops.
You might be able to repair this relationship later.
I say, is there anything I can do about it, even in real time? Like,
No, so that is straight. Well, you can always resist a roll.
okay, so let me do that because I think this contact's pretty important. So
Okay. So because this is a social setting roll, you are going to be using your, which is honestly probably good for you, your resolve roll. Excuse me, sorry, over here, I'm dying. You roll resistance rolls by taking the number of dice that you have points into at all and rolling it that way. So if you have 1 point in attune, command, consort, sway, you'd be rolling 4 dice. If you have 0 points in them at all, you don't get any points to roll for that thing.
I got 3.
3? Oh, so solid roll for you then.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. So you get to take the highest of those. As you're not at a... All right.
So like, oops, wrong. It's real.
Yeah, you bluff your way out of that. So how resistance rolls work, right? Is you take stress minus the highest number. So you would have taken 6, but now you don't take any.
All right, so I just swap my way out. Oops. Well, that didn't work so well.
Yep. So rolling a 6 on a resistance roll. That's good. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna check that, make sure I'm not lying to you really quick, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You know what? That's what I need to pull up is the quick reference guide. I have that around here somewhere, I swear. Boop. That document out the way. Here we go. Player kit. That should have the right thing I need. Haha. Move this out the way. Scroll up to the top because it has my DM reference sheet. Okay, so alright, the PC take stress equal to 6 minus the highest dice result, and the consequences negated or reduced. Okay, well, your double ones is a critical fail. You will now, instead of having her lost for the entire session, you were just losing her for this
job.
This job. But no stress.
And exit. Oh my god, wrong. Sorry.
All right, you do so. Next, who would like to try?
I'm interested in. So the last job we did was delivering these packages, and I'm not the brains of the operations here, so I don't want to do this alone. I'm really curious about the Lord Rickdale because he was the only one that didn't want to accept the packages that were being delivered. And I'm kind of curious to know what was going on with that, and if it's kind of what else is going on behind the scenes, but I don't know how to do that. That's outside my forte.
You could literally stalk him for a while and see what you can find about him. You could go to someone that knows him and gain information that way.
Or I could offer you a trade. I can look into it for you as I'm kind of connected in noble circles. And in return, if you could look into maybe if there's any supernatural related work we could potentially get into, because no one expects that. That's the wild card thing in the criminal underworld.
Yeah, I think that would be super awesome.
Okay.
I have occult interests, but you are definitely better skill set of dealing with occult interests. So.
Okay, that's a fair trade and interesting choice. Since we're working on Sunny's stuff, Sunny, you are now going to talk to one of your occulty friends and or a ghost to see if there's work to be done.
So my strange friend that I have a positive relationships with is the Nyrix or Nyrix. I don't know how you say their name.
You tell me.
But
it's
that's
your
one
friend.
of the spirit. Okay, so how would I say this again? I think Nyrix.
Okay, Nyrix it is.
So yeah, Nyrix is their description is possessor ghost.
Okay, that means they're a ghost in control of a body currently.
Okay. Um. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go scurry off. I think I imagine Nirix really enjoys most ghosts do. They're kind of curious about like humanity and kind of what that belongs, like what that means. So I imagine Nirix likes to be around like maybe like marketplaces or where there's a lot of people gathered where they can kind of just sit and watch humans and interact really awkwardly and like they're almost kind of trying to retrain and learn how to be a human because they're a ghost in a body. So I imagine I'm finding them probably at some like large marketplace or just like largely crowded area, sitting off and just observing people is where I would go to look for them.
Okay, we're gonna just have them be in night market because that's relatively close to you guys and just fits that description relatively easy. It's a big part of town,
Okay.
so they're kind of all over the place. But you find them near the hound races actually, as they are watching a hound race. You only know it is them because they, regardless of what body they are in currently, they always wear a white hat, and it is a distinct hat that you know they transfer it from body to body for some reason. It's something connected from their previous life. You don't know much about it, but it's an easy way to spot your friend.
That's cool.
How would you like to talk to your friend? How does this go for you?
Um, I imagine I kind of so like literally hound races, like dog races.
Mhm.
Okay. So I imagine I'm gonna kind of approach and I'm gonna sit to them and um, I kind of like bump shoulders but avoid eye contact. I'm not too comfortable. Like we're cordial, but there's always like a level of like danger and like, the unexpected with this individual. So I just kind of want to lightly like bump their shoulder. Uh, hey, who's winning?
The dogs?
Yeah, which one's going the fastest? I don't know. I want to strike conversation.
You do so for quite some time. Though, as you notice, they weren't really watching the dog races. They haven't made any bets or anything like that. Instead, they are watching the people interact with the ticket booth and paying for their tickets, and the people freaking out when they win or lose. They seem to be very comfortable here.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of see where their gaze is going and kind of look over there and nod in that direction and say anything interesting happening over there.
They will kind of turn their head almost owl-like for a second before they remember to rotate the rest of their body. And go, I'm just here for the food. They give out free mushroom snacks for people that stay here for more than a couple hours, and this body needs subsistence.
Nye, I know you see a lot more than you admit to. What did you learn about those people over there? What's going on? I see some money being exchanged.
It's the hound races. Of course there's money being exchanged. People make bets here.
Have you noticed anybody that's winning more than another?
Would you like to make some rolls to gather some information about the hound races?
Sure.
Okay.
So if where's my little attribute action thing? So I would probably do if I'm like trying to that would probably be a survey, right? Like to understand what's going on, look at a situation.
Well, if you're trying to figure it out, yes. But if you're consorting with your friend here, you can use some kind of social thing to talk to him. But if you just want to look and use your own eyes to figure things out, that is also an option. Just
What do you
because.
mean by like social thing? Like how does that work?
So the three social roles, right? Four social roles are sway, consort, command, and attune under resolve.
Mm. Okay.
So you could use any of those to kind of communicate / do things with your ghosty friend. I wouldn't suggest command. That's probably not a wise choice. But the other three are relatively valid options. But you yourself could literally do a study, a survey, or anything like that to kind of like view the area you're at. Just because you're hanging out with your ghost friend doesn't mean they're the person you gain the information from.
Okay, so I guess I'm still trying to figure out like how like me and ghosts work. But, like if I was to like attune to them, would it be possible to like attune to whatever like they've since they've been here for a bit? Would I be able to like kind of know what they've observed about the people? Like, do you use them like a force like that?
So since this is a possessor ghost, you might attune to them to understand what they're trying to say better, or get them to focus on you to where they have a
Okay.
clearer conversation. Right?
Yeah.
So you get them to focus on you like a tuning fork, essentially, right? To where they lock onto you and
Okay.
you have all their concentration for a little bit. Because right now they're kind of all over the place and observing things.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess let's try that because I really would like to know what they've observed with there's money being exchanged and who's winning big and who's in corners and playing a little dirty.
Okay, just know that
So let's
attuning a possessor ghost is dangerous work.
I've only got 2 stress left. What does that mean? Do I just go for it? Okay, so what does that mean? Like, how would I attune? Like, how would that affect me? Like, what does that mean, actually?
Well, you know that possessor ghosts hop body to body, right? If you get too much of their attention, they might feel that you're a more suitable host in their current body.
Okay. So that would hurt.
High risk, high reward. Go for it.
Yeah, that is the
Okay.
dangerous bit of dealing with the possessor ghost. But again, you are in an area where you have your own eyes. You're a smart character. You can figure things
Yeah.
out and put things together. And or you could see if this ghost knows anything else that's going on by again asking the right questions. But you know that you're going to need to make some kind of roll before I will give you any more freebie information to see how good of information you can gather from this.
Okay, so I am a little bit hurt, and we haven't even started like the game. So I'm gonna just kind of play a little safe and just
Okay.
stick to what I can notice myself.
Okay.
So can I use study?
You can use study, yes.
Okay. So I got a 4 and a 6, so 6.
Okay, 6 is a good number. I assume you have two pips in that then.
1 pip. So don't you roll 2 dice if you have
You
one?
roll 1 dice. If you have
Okay, so let
if
me
you have
roll
0
one.
pips, you roll 2 and take the lower.
Okay.
And
And 1 pip, you just roll 1 dice.
Yep. And sometimes I can give you negatives and things, but you're not in a situation that grants positives or negatives.
Okay, let me re-roll just 1.
Okay.
Roll 6.
Okay, well then fantastic. You succeed, no problem.
Okay.
You study the area pretty heavily as you sit there with your ghost friend and have a polite conversation and whatnot. You do notice that through the entire time you were there, only 3 hounds win. There's only 3 winners the entire time. There's a whole bunch of races, probably 30 or so in the couple hours that you were there. But over that time, the same 3 dogs keep winning.
That's weird. Man, I wish I wasn't doing this alone. I wish there was like other players.
So, but you would know that there might be something going on here that will be worth the rest of you yahoos investigating and figuring out. So you've gathered enough information to know that there's probably something here that's worth checking out, which is what you needed to do. Jumping up to Jared as you do the socialize thing and try to figure out some information for your friend about Lord. What was his name? Sonny.
His name was Lord Rixdale. He was the one that didn't accept the package.
Lord Rick Spiel?
Rixdale.
Ricksdale.
Yeah.
So, dear friend, how do you go around the hoity-toity societies and gather some information about this?
Oh, I know where
Interesting, man.
everyone takes high tea, so I will just go to one of those little gatherings and see what dirt I can gather on Lord Ricksdale.
Okay. Do you have a conversation with the help, quote unquote, or do you confront the lords and nobility directly, as you are generally a stand-in and can kind of hit both roles?
Hold on, I have an idea. Give me a second to double check the names on things. I will go to the Golden Plum restaurant in 6 Towers and speak to my dear friend Chef Rizal.
She really loves you. You're her favorite.
She is my vice purveyor. Unfortunately, I cannot partake today. I'm here on business.
No from gras for you. No goose livers, nothing.
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
Pate goose liver. Anyway.
So, cool. How do you have this conversation to gain information?
I will walk up to the hostess. I'm sure that it's a nice restaurant, so they probably have a hostess or receptionist. Hello, could you inform the chef that Mr. Tausif has arrived, and that they would like a quick word if they have the time?
They look at you. You come here relatively frequently, so they escort you to the back.
Yes, but we all have to do the big ceremony here. There's propriety that needs to be pretended at and whatnot. So,
okay, you're back with the chef. She's working hard. She annoyedly looks at you in the middle of business hours and whatnot. How do you sweet talk your way into information from her? What skill are you using? On your roll.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway, which I have pips in.
Okay.
I have 2 pips in sway. So.
Mm-hmm. Then you have 2 dice to roll.
Okay, and then this is a game where I have to tell you what I'm doing before I roll it. Yes, like how I'm doing it.
Yeah, more or less what your objective is, and I tell you how. So I forgot to tell you for this roll, for what you're trying to do, it is going to be standard effect, and it is a safe roll.
Okay. Basically, I'm going to try to sweet talk her into taking just a 5-minute break to just come and talk gossip with me. She can have the sous chef pull some weight. It's only high tea. There's no high intensity dishes being made here.
Okay, roll it.
Okay, I got a 1 and a 5.
You're going to take the 5. So, you will just have a lowered effect. Instead of the standard effect, you will get a lesser effect. But she will at least take a short break, not 5 whole minutes to talk to you, but she can answer 1 question for you before she has to get back to work.
I just want to know, in summary, dear Roselle, what you know about one reclusive nobleman who goes by Lord Rixdale.
He recently lost a child, though the child was an adult. There are some unknown circumstances behind the death.
Interesting.
That's all I know.
Was the child a man or a woman? Rolling randomly. Here we go.
It was his second oldest son.
Oh, thank you, Roselle. I won't bother you any longer. I do assure you that I am fixing to come by very soon and spend a great deal of money. I haven't been feeling tense. I've just gotten done with getting over a bit of physical injury, as it were.
She looks at you, cockeyed, and says, "All right, get out of here then. I have things to do. Be gone."
Kisses.
You are politely escorted out. Down to with R. Arthulio, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? What's the plan here? Actually, sorry, you're Alexander, not Arthur. Excuse me.
That is true. If you're looking for smash and grabs or like shortest shady jobs, he'd probably go to the bars.
Okay. You guys do have an information broker like in your house.
Yeah, but no,
we hate him.
Matthew.
All right, just saying. So you go to the bars. How do you
go to the bars?
How do you pick up some information? Do you kind of just sit there and survey the area to see if you can hear stuff and things? Do you start a fight with someone to gain some information? Do you finesse information out of their pocket, like someone that passes notes or things? Do you consort with people? Do you try to sway people into handing you things nicely? Do you hunt someone down that has a job? What is your path to victory here?
You know what?
You have permission to take Butch with you.
We're gonna fight. We're gonna start a fight to get a job.
Gotcha. So you guys are proving you are proving your mettle to someone. Go ahead and make a skirmish check or a rec check,
Butch
your
def-
choice.
Butch definitely wants in on that if he gets wind of it.
I have 3 ticks in rec, so it's 4d6, right?
Give me 5. Just 3d6s. How many pips you have is how many you get to roll.
Gotcha.
It's just 0 that's special because you get to have negatives and whatnot.
5.
Is your high number? Sweet. Good to know.
Yep.
You take some bruising as your consequence because this was a risky thing to do, but high reward. Not desperate, but risky. So with that being said, on a 5, sorry, you're gonna take stress, not harm, because this was a risky, not a desperate. So you're take 1 stress.
A
Brain fart here, sorry. But you are able to gain access to 2 jobs, as people are relatively impressed with your fighting prowess. You are approached by not 1, but 2 individuals. First one being the local bartender, has said he's had some issues with some local yahoos that keep breaking in at night. And if you guys can fend them off or figure out where they're coming from and stop them from stealing his booze, he will happily pay you 2 coin.
nice.
Which is good money. The other one is one of the other fighters that watched your fight tells you that they are looking for people just like you to help protect. Or sorry, not to protect, but to help him and his little group of yahoos take out a small wagon, essentially one of the bluecoats wagons transporting some important documents and information.
How much coin?
Depends on how much is in the wagon. They're not sure. But they can pretty much guarantee it's probably at least 10 coins. And they give you a fair split.
That's pretty good.
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a lot of heat though.
Okay. Anyway, you guys all reconvene, and I'm going to summarize what you guys have been able to find. Unfortunately, your spider did not have any luck at finding anything extra. Your slide knows that there's something going on with a noble, though not anything of monetary value, unless you're trying to extort him or something along those lines. You guys know that there's something going on at there's something going on at the racetrack, and then you have 2 for sure jobs from Arthur.
Again, wrong name.
Alexander. I don't know why you're Arthur in my head, but I'm going to blame a turtle and move on.
I say we do the smash and grab because everybody loves a good smash and grab.
My concern is if we aggravate the constabulary, we will bring unwanted attention on ourselves.
Well, see, that's where you 2 come in. You shift the blame onto the other group, and we take all the coin.
By the way, the other group, so you guys know, is... Excuse me, sorry.
Start another gang war.
You guys know that these guys are the Bill Hooks, right? They're a tier 2 gang. You guys have no positive or negative interactions with them so far. And I will give you the short description because, again, most of these gangs you guys would have some level of ability to talk to at some point. Luckily, they're in alphabetical order, and they're the first ones in the book. Look at that. They're a tough gang of thugs who prefer hatchets, meat hooks, and polearms. So they're another set of bravos, just like you guys are. But they're a tier 2 gang, which means they have like 12, 13 people, if not more. So yeah, it's technically a large gang, so it's actually probably closer to 20 people. Ironically, these guys are friends with the bluecoats. Not that you guys would know that too much, but just a fun player fact for you
would.
guys.
Yeah, I'm down for the smash and grab because that's the most amount of coin.
I
Allegedly.
voiced my concerns about aggravating the constabulary because even if we did manage to pull off shifting the blame, that means we're not getting any rep from the job either. So,
So why can't we do both? The bar job sounds pretty simple, and I'll just say that one of my contacts is indisposed, and for the smash and grab, I would like to do a little bit better preparation. Perhaps we do this simple job, get a little bit of coin, and then we plan.
Yes, if you finish the shorthand job, it will be A, quick, and B, you'll have time to use downtime actions and things like that to either gather more information or other things, and then you'll still have another planning phase afterwards, more or less.
Because I feel like the smash and grab, while very lucrative, is going to require a little bit more planning to keep the off us.
that is your forte.
So I think we figure out the bartender one, which is right up our alley. It's a little fighting, little. I mean, who knows? We'll see. But who knows? Maybe we can burn down their hot.
Okay.
Well, if we leave the bar intact, that does ingratiate us to another business owner in town. That is always an asset.
All right. So as you guys start this defense job, is what I'm going to call it, or in this case, battle. You guys need to tell me what style of thing here. You get to choose a plan and provide the detail, and then you choose your load for the operation. So how are you going to accomplish this job?
I'm going with a standard load. Normal.
Okay, so load good.
So are we going to try and stealth it? Are we going to try and see what happens and sneak up on these guys? Are we going to
So as a side note, right? The 6 styles of doing any of your jobs are assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport, right? And then you have to have some kind of information on what you're going to do it that way.
I mean, to take a page from Alexander's book, see, that's the name. I'd say we just wait for the inevitable trespass, and then we just beat the ever-living tar out of them and call it a day.
Okay. That sounds like an assault to me. Does anyone have any problems with that?
So what exactly is this job? What did they say to do, Alexander?
We are to figure out why/how/where they're stealing the bartender's booze, and we're to put a stop to it. And since it's a bar that Alexander frequents quite often, he's like, hell yeah.
So assault, or do you want to stealth and surprise them, kind of thing?
I kind of like stealth, if we know, but then again, do we know when they typically steal? Do we need to do a scout? Does that become a lot more planning to try to stealth and I don't know, but I think that would be cool too. Surprise them.
I'm down for a stakeout. I'll bring the donuts.
Okay, so you guys would like to do a stealth plan then, right?
Stealth takedown.
Would you guys like to be inside or outside the bar to start?
I have a question though, because don't they go together? You would stealth and then assault? You have to do one or the other?
So for the planning and load, right, you just have to choose a style of plan, and then you provide a detail about how we start the mission, right? Because then we jump into the story on how you guys got there, right? If we just plan assault, you guys will skip any stakeout stuff, and they'll be like, it's a fight to start, and then we push the story from there.
Okay.
Whereas if we start with stealth, you guys will sit there, we'll sit at the entry point of what's going on, see how well you guys stealth as a group, see how well stuff moves and that kind of stuff. And then when you guys decide to spring into action, then that will be part of the story there. Whereas assault is just you're waiting there, they show up, and then we start the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I say, can we even split up? So maybe some of us are like, we got maybe Alexander's in like just sitting in the bar because that's where he goes all the time and he's just there chilling, and the rest of us are, maybe hiding outside or we're in strategic spots. Maybe one of us is in the dark in the back, somebody's out by the entry, something like that, where we've got people posted. But since he's there all the time anyway, it's kind of he's under disguise anyway, but like hiding in plain sight because that's where he chills out anyway.
Out of curiosity, does anyone other than Alexander have more than one pip in his combat skill?
I got none. 0. I don't do combat.
Then I should probably be in there with Alexander to back him up since I have one pip in rec.
Oh, I have one in rec, not more than one. And anything else. But I like. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I can still volunteer to go in with him while we wait out these trespassing burglars.
Yeah, I don't think it's super essential, other than perhaps one of us is acting as a lookout. Maybe, two of us, just in case something shady happens. Maybe a couple people go in, a couple people stay outside. We can see. If things get hairy, we can always come in or try to help. But
we're the Leviathan teeth. By our involvement, something shady is by definition happening.
That's true. Something shady.
It do be true. Alright.
I would like to be the one, like if we're gonna do somebody like outside or like in the back alley or something like that, like a little bit removed from fighting. I'll probably take that position, just because I'm not trying to die already.
Okay. That's fair. You can be hiding outside. So we got 2 inside, 2 outside. Easy peasy. So, you guys, you already know the owner, so he's going to give you guys access knowing that you guys are in there, right? He's locking you guys in the shop, essentially. But you will make note that since he's leaving you in there, he specifically empties the cash register.
Well, that's
like
incredible.
a man. Hey, it's pragmatic. Don't fellow man for good judgment.
Right, because in truth, he has no idea if you guys are the yahoos too. You know what I mean? He might have just invited the cat into the mouse den.
Okay, so this is after hours. The bar is closed. And
Correct. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, if not later.
Okay.
So you two on the outside.
My little cup of mushroom coffee just.
You two on the outside. I need both of you to make stealth rolls. We will not be doing a group check at this point because you guys are doing different things. So I need both of you to see how well you are hidden. Please and thank you.
So I have 0 pips in this particular thing. So.
Well, sorry. Before you roll that, I need to see how bad the roll is because I need to make an engagement roll. 10 seconds here. Sorry. Gotta find the right.
So what would?
So soon.
Yes, I know.
Oh, so it would be prowl. Would it be prowl? Is that what stealth falls into?
Yes.
Okay.
But don't roll it yet because I have to give you guys your engagement roll to see how goofed up you are to start. I also need to find a d6 because I am a fool and didn't have any out. I know you're around here.
My stealth skill
What is the
sway.
establishment look like? Can you kind of like set it up so I kind of know what we're looking at? Is it like a 1-story building, 2-story?
This is a 2-story bar, as the owner technically lives above it, along with another 2 families that are either help or whatnot, or maybe they're just renting. You don't really know the story behind the second level, but you do know it has one. You also know that the bar itself takes up the entire first floor, and there is a brewery underneath the bar itself. Like most bars in town, they all have a small basement full of mushrooms where they can brew their own mushroom beer and various other mushroom-based alcohols. Because buying it all the time is expensive. They might not be big breweries, but there's usually something under most bars. Alright, that's entanglements, not engagements. Sorry, guys.
So Spider, I think I would probably be standing out maybe by like, I'm assuming there's like a back door like where like the kitchen might have been like where they take trash in and out, like run stuff in, like in like the back. So that's probably the door like I would be standing at, like kind of like maybe like leaning by the dumpster or something like that. That's the door I'd be at.
All right, so you guys don't have any major disadvantages to this roll, and I don't think the plan that you are using has any major advantages. So you're getting a basic 1D roll for how good this goes to start off. Unless you guys have something that improves engagement rolls on your character sheet.
Not currently.
All right. It is 4 o'clock in the morning, and you guys are tired. You are now rolling desperate for all of your rolls, as it is. You are exhausted from sitting there all night waiting for something to happen. So, the first roll for this bit here is guaranteed to be desperate, which, hey, experience points. But stealth rolls for you two yahoos on the outside are desperate prowl rolls, or whatever skill you think is best to hide.
So can I survey the area looking for a nook or a cranny or something that I can slip into?
Of course you can. It's still a desperate roll, which means the consequences of failure are high, but
At least I've got skills in survey.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Two.
2, not good. Okay. My dear spider, you have made your web out in the open, which was a poor choice. You, for the first time in this game, I think will actually take some stress, as this waiting around and not being able to do anything for several more hours than you were planning for has stressed you the hell out. Take 2 stress. But pip off a point on your desperate roll, because you made a desperate roll. Going down to Sunny. Sunny, what is your dear character dealing with? Oh, 1! Well, it's only a singular 1, right? So no critical fail. That's good. Better than the 2 1s from earlier, because that's rough.
I'm going to say that I helped her to scout out an area, so I'm going to use my foresight and assist her without paying any stress.
Okay, so what that means is you would have gotten either a better effect or an extra dice since you've already rolled. I would take another dice.
So roll just one more. Okay.
Yep. Still a desperate roll.
Anything but a 1. Anything. I am desperate. Anything but a 1. 6.
Good job, Spider.
Oh, yeah.
Your suggestion, you gave her the good hiding spot. It's all you have to tell yourself. You're like, hide over there. You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
So with the 6, you don't take any negatives. You've prowess well. Your stealth is perfect. No one sees you. You are well hidden in whatever spot you decide to hide in. Out of curiosity, where do you think you hid in while you were observing from far away?
Oh boy. Yeah. So I think I would be watching right that back door.
Okay.
Like where like the kitchen staff might have been. Imagining there's like trash cans or like some type of
Yep.
Probably gross, but I'm like huddled back there.
Would you like to be in the trash can itself?
Sure.
Okay. You are hiding in the trash can. Safe. Very well hidden. No one's looking in the trash for you. On to the inside. You guys are tired and waiting. I need you both to make some kind of observation roll of some sort. So either a study hunt, any of the insight rolls, except for maybe Tinker. Tinker is probably not an appropriate one. For how you guys observe the inside of the thing. Now, mind you, this is a desperate roll because you are tired and not doing so great. You're barely awake at this point.
Right. So my insight skill that I don't suck at is survey, so I guess I'll be
Okay.
rolling that.
Survey is a solid choice.
Hey, a 5.
Okay, 5 is good. Even on a desperate roll, you were able to do so with, instead of it being a standard effect, it'll be lowered, but the lowered effect is way better than taking stress for you right now, so we're going to do that. As you are sitting in the bar, you do not notice anything of import. Besides, some of the bottles that were on the shelf have disappeared. Alexander, for your roll.
Ooh. Um. Well, if I'm doing survey, then I'm
You can do
boned.
survey, study, hunt. Those are the three that are probably best.
Either way, I'm boned.
Hey, you might get double XP if you roll a skill that you're not skilled at and pass.
So before we went inside, I had a conversation with him about how to pay attention to some of these things. So I'm going to use my other foresight assist action for him.
Hey, so with an assist, it basically like pushing yourself, you can get an extra die or added effect.
We'll go with an extra die because
Okay.
God, do I need that? And thank God for that. That's a 5.
So remember, before you guys roll, I need to know what you're rolling so I can tell you the level of risk and all that fun stuff. It's obviously going to be desperate, but the effect is important.
Study.
Well, study. Okay, so with the study, you would have standard effect, blah, 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 desperate. So give yourself an XP point because you rolled a desperate roll. And you said a 5?
Correct.
Okay, also a lowered effect.
XP as well.
Yes, all of you are getting an XP point on whatever category you rolled for this first one. For your study, as you have looked around the room, you realized that several of the chairs that you were sitting next to have completely disappeared. Like a whole table that was there is no longer there.
Do I have an option to take an action at this point?
You guys can take actions and or just roleplay to see what you guys see. But I've told you you've missed some bottles and you're missing some tables.
Alexander, this was a more furnished area before, was it not?
It was.
And there were more bottles on the shelf before, were there not?
And we're missing a table.
Why don't you sniff about? I'm going to operate on a hunch really quick. I'm going to use a tune to see if there's something supernatural going on here.
Okay, fantastic. Make a roll.
Oh, double sixes!
Nice.
Critical. Fantastic. Increased effect. It was a controlled roll because nothing terrible is going on currently, but the effect was standard. So you now get a great effect. And you notice that there is a ghost hole behind the counter as you approach the bar. You guys will know that ghost holes are previously built-in pieces of a building that have either been changed or moved or whatnot, and some people can affect the current stature of things to make them reappear for moments at a time. They are generally unseeable unless you are looking for them or know that they're supposed to be there. So, this thing leads downstairs.
I say, I think I've found a supernatural hidey hole, Alexander.
Ooh. All right, let's go fight a ghost.
At least venture into the unknown. Make sure I have my Ghost Ward amulet and my arcane implements on my person.
Okay.
Alexander's going to check his big blade, his 2 smaller blades, his throwing knives, and both his pistols. Go. All right, I'm ready.
All right. I just want you to know you just listed off 4 items and took up 4 of your 5 slots.
Oh, he's heavy.
Oh,
My
okay.
load's heavy.
7 slots. I'm sorry. Or is it 6? Sorry, 6.
Bear.
Game loaded. Okay, so 4 of your 6 slots are covered up. Okay, the ghost hole is open. Do you pop your head out to yell at your friends who are outside waiting for something to happen, or do you just go down the hole?
I should probably do that, yeah.
Alexander
I
goes down
imagine
the hole.
Alexander jumps down the hole.
I will rush over to the a window, open it, and give our pre agreed upon signal, whether it's like a bird call or something. And I hear,
As Alexander jumps through the hole, you will notice, there, observer, that it closes. Alexander,
damnation.
you are now in a dark, dark area. Do you have anything to light up said dark, dark area, or are you just going to feel around until you find something?
Uh, Considering that all my I'm at 6 load with all my weapons, I have nothing. So we'll just feel around until I find something.
That drat forgot to bring the fucking light.
You couldn't wait. You couldn't wait 5 seconds.
Okay. You other two arrive in the same location after being called in by your friend.
To Vincent, just fingers to his temples. Ghost hole. Alexander went through. Ghost hole is no more. Finch, sweetheart, would you mind helping me try to reopen said ghost hole?
What a fucking idiot. Yeah, let's do this.
I'm gonna look for the stairs downstairs.
Oh, do we know that the ghost hole goes to the basement,
You
to
have
the
no
distillery?
you have no idea, and
Okay.
neither does Alexander because it's
Okay.
pitch black where he's
Okay.
at.
I have no
Okay.
idea. I'm gonna go look for stairs.
Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead and make a study or survey check to see if you can find the entrance.
Survey for sure. 5.
I'm just happy to be here, guys.
It being a controlled roll, nothing terrible happens to your character. It's a standard effect, so you get you look around for a bit and you do discover a separate area latch that looks like it's been moved 10 feet from wherever this other ghost hole was. It's now back in a back closet instead of underneath the bar. You open it up and it is well lit down there. There seems to be a running light.
That's probably not the same place he went.
I'll head downstairs anyway. I'm saying I'm gonna go downstairs.
Right, we're gonna work on getting this supernatural hidey ho opened again.
Yeah.
All right, before you guys make your roll,
Portraits of shift.
I know, right? Gosh dang it, everything's rude. No, just playing. Excuse me, sorry. As you make your way down the hole, there, Great Worm. It is a standard small distillery. It's about the size of the bar itself. There are several rows of various mushroom types and things, kind of pinged along the walls and whatnot. You see several different variations of mushroom, and then you see about 6 distilling barrels, essentially, right, that seem to be making different types of mushroom beer or mushroom whiskey or whatever they're trying to brew. It seems to be a singular contained room all by itself. Everything that is needed looks to be down here for making and brewing stuff, including a small, I'm not going to say conveyor belt because that's not the right term, but it's basically a pressurized hose that can connect to one of these things manually and suck out the contents and bring it up to the bar directly.
A siphon.
Yeah. One step below a keg.
Any secret looking like server, see if there's anything, like study the area, see if there's anything secret or doors or maybe hiding holes.
Sure, you can make another study. This seems to be a controlled check as nothing's attacking you, and this seems like a relatively safe location. You will have a standard effect for doing a study check here.
4.
Okay, as you can take a considerable amount of time, at one point you accidentally knock something over and have to catch it. You take 1 whole point of stress as you catch it without breaking it. But you are unsuccessful in finding any secret doors or anything like that. This is pretty standard layout. On to our ghost friends up top of the bar. I believe this is your expertise there, Whisperer. Would you like to attune?
Yeah.
Would you like to assist? You can assist.
I will.
Okay, remember, it gives you stress, but you get...
I'm already stressed. Let's just do this.
Are you sure?
I have 1 stress slot left. Let's go.
Okay, it takes 2.
I'll turn myself into a nervous wreck.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm at max stress if it takes 2 stress to help somebody.
Hey, guess what? You've hit max stress, which means you now gain a trauma. Put your stress to 0.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. Do I get to have any say in what this trauma is?
I'm going to roll for it to see what you react. If you really don't like it, though, we can roll again.
Well, I imagine it's going to be supernatural related, considering what we're doing.
Well, there's 8 types that you can pick from on the sheet. So I will Grab my D8 here and see what I roll randomly for you. If it doesn't make sense in your
I'm
brain,
happy
then
to
we can
offer
roll.
myself as I'm happy to offer myself as tributes to be receiving the first trauma of the game, so everyone knows how it works.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reckless.
Reckless. Oh boy.
Oh.
So what you're saying is my trauma from dealing with Alexander being reckless,
Right.
he's starting to rub off on me.
That
So
might be.
basically, anytime he does any action, you're like, oh my god.
So let me. I will pull that.
I've come down with a terrible case of the YOLOs.
Yeah, basically. Let me pull up the things here for you.
Hmm.
I don't want harm. I want trauma. Where is trauma?
Just hate them because you ain't them.
No, you remind me too much of my son.
Mhm.
I could make a joke there, but it's too easy.
Make it. I need more time.
No, suffer in silence.
How dare you? Okay. 13, 14. Way at the beginning of the book. It's weird how they split
Also,
up some
I
of this
just
stuff.
gotta say, no
Go
one's commented on my mood lighting, and I am miffed.
Oh, sorry. I meant to ask you if you turned on your lightsaber or not. All right, Reckless. You have little regard for your own safety or best interest. Let's see here.
Oh, that doesn't
You
sound
can play
good.
your trauma condition as much or as little as you like. You can totally transform your character's persona or only have it make up a small impact. It's up to you. If you do play them strongly, though, allowing trauma condition to complicate your character's life, you earn XP for it. So it's not necessarily a big negative thing. But I can also suggest that you get trauma. When you suffer trauma, you're taken out of action. You're left for dead or otherwise dropped out of the current conflict, only to come back later shaken or drained. When you have zero stress, but you have zero stress and your vice has been satisfied for the next downtime. So doing this
So I
will
just
make
outed
you.
myself for the rest of this heist.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Actually, that plays into it narratively rather well because I'm sitting here helping her attune to spiritual energy, and once again, the backlash has just knocked my ass out.
All right. That sounds like fun. You do so.
We're setting a trend here.
All right, Ghost to Ghost, with the help of your friend taking a trauma for you, what do you do?
So, because he did that, it means I add 1d6, right?
Or increase the effect.
What would you like your sacrifice to be worth?
Dealer's choice.
I guess I have 2 pips in attune, so I guess let's increase the effect.
Okay, so it's going from a controlled event with great effect to a critical effect if successful.
Okay. Does it matter that I do have a ghost? Like, would that help me attune, or I use that after I attune?
No.
I mean, I'm knocked out for the thing, so you feel free to take my Ghost Bane charm and my arcane implements off my unconscious body to help however you need.
I'm not gonna loot you. Okay, let's roll.
Just give them back afterwards.
I got all my bad rolls out last time. I have a 6 and a 5.
Let's
We are
go!
rocking today. Okay. So 6.
Okay, so a critical effect being... The reason he got knocked out is it literally sucked the life energy out of him. He was standing too close to the ghost hole, and as he was touching the rim, it literally sucked the life out of him, and he passed out. He's not dead, but he's passed out. And you will know, somehow, the ghost hole has solidified. It's now a real thing in the floor again. As you open up said ghost hole, the light from the bar shines down, and you see Alexander feeling all around. And there seems to be a small, person-sized tunnel leading to the north.
Crazy. I'm gonna see that happen. I'm assuming this all kind of like happens really quick. I am Vincent. Like I'm gonna pat your chest and like check your pulse and be like, try to shake you, or, like wake you up, and I'm gonna scream, "Hey, get up!" I'm gonna like slap your cheek a little bit, and I'm gonna yell for our spider for Val. I'm gonna yell and be like, "Here, Vincent, Dell."
I would like to make a note. You keep cutting out because I think you're blowing your own mic out every time you get loud.
Oh, we're talking too loud? Okay. Good to know.
I enjoy the excitement. Just know that your mic does not.
Your son.
Did
I'll rush
did
upstairs.
Robert make more biscuits? Oh, goody.
So,
Sure, I will head upstairs.
all right, you head upstairs after all the commotion because that was not quiet by any means.
Mhm.
It sounded like another lightning blast occurred, almost. Not quite that loud, but pretty close to it.
So I look at Vincent and go, "What the hell?"
We
Hey,
we were trying to get to Alexander. He was standing too close to a thing that we couldn't see, and then all of a sudden he like started twitching, and then he fell, and then now there's this hole in the ground, and like I'm gonna like explain everything like as best as I can, and I'm gonna be like, and he's in freaking ghost hole, and what like I'm so frazzled.
I will escort Lady Velvet to the salon.
Their friend is not doing so great.
I'm just gonna keep pointing at him and looking at you, like, you here, man.
Alexander, jumping down to you really quick. You now see the passages lit by the natural or unnatural light from the bar above you. And it goes for a considerable while. Would you like to start running down the hallway now that you can actually see where the right direction is?
Oh, look at that. I have slots open on my loadout. I have a lantern hanging from my belt. Won't someone toss it down to him?
Too late. Yep. Alexander's sprinting.
So
As soon as there's some form of light, he's like, "Oh hell yeah, I can see."
So I do have a perhaps flashback, and you can tell me maybe knowing that that Vincent was already stressed the fuck out. Perhaps I brought something with me to help him resist it or something along those lines. I don't know.
No,
I
there's
think it's a little late for that. I did this to myself.
yeah. Just because of the situation for this, there's nothing to really bring him back currently. This is mostly the game
Not for
mechanics
this
working
heist.
it. Yeah. Luckily,
I'm
won't
gonna
be
have
too much
slipped him
longer.
like a Valium before the thing, and like
He's chill, man. He's chill.
I connected to the intertwining spirit that connects all of the multiverse, and I saw the alternate version of myself when we did the Spider-Man meme.
Why do you look like a Power Ranger?
Why do you look like... what do you look like? Well, just you, but not in the Power Ranger armor. Oh, shut up.
So, Vincent's gonna lay there. You guys know that the bar is a relatively safe location. It's locked up, so no one's gonna like beat him to death while he's there, allegedly. So it's relatively safe to follow Alexander, because Alexander, you can hear him cackling with excitement as he sprints down the passageway.
Far down is this to get to where he was? Is it like just like 10 feet, 8 feet?
Yeah, yep. Short ladder, basically.
Okay. So do we have any issues getting climbing down the hole?
Nope, easy peasy.
I do have a lantern myself as well, being prepared, so I go ahead, light the lantern.
You do so as the light shines down the hall. Alexander, more light has occurred. You are no longer in darkness as you run through the halls. You guys will run up for quite some time until you come to a small. Sorry, we got a bot over here trying to bot its way into our stuff. Until you guys get to the end of a probably 2-3 blocks away, right? And it pops out into the bottom of a destroyed building in 6 towers. So just one of the regular buildings that is over there, one of the common ones that have fallen apart. And in the wreckage that you guys get into is a small, what looks to be hideaway. Sitting there, nervously drinking something, or not even nervously drinking something, is a couple of what looks to be young men, is the easiest way to describe them. Not quite teenagers, not really adults, kind of that weird in-between phase. They look like they might have been sailors or something along those lines. They are very confused as Alexander rushes up on them. What do you do now? There are. Sorry, let me see how many of them there are really quick. Why did I put my dice away? Who knows?
If we're gonna wreck.
I'm gonna wreck him. Wreck Ralph.
Of course you.
No
There
thoughts,
are-
head empty, only violence.
There are four of them total.
I yelled down there, leave one functioning.
Okay, so you Weapons McGee, are you slaying these people, or are you actively not murdering them? Because remember, death in Dusval isn't necessarily a good thing.
That's true. High or low?
Low.
Light maiming.
Mhm.
Oh, you guys got so lucky.
I mean, I seriously do yell down there, don't murk them.
I rolled a D100 and got 48. So
Okay, I'll take it.
you got real lucky. Yeah, we're gonna wreck.
Okay.
And we are.
Before you roll, so this is a risky action, but will have critical effect because of all your extra silliness to wreck.
That is fair. 2 6s.
You critical. Congratulations! It goes from a standard effect to a great effect. Or sorry, from a great effect to a critical effect. Yeah. You take the side of one of your swords and basically just slap the shit out of every single one of these 4 young men until they are all concussed and laying on the ground. There is one who is semi more conscious than the others.
Have you been the one stealing the booze?
He looks up, one eye all swollen. The fuck wants to know?
The man that just beat the shit out of you. What?
Who are you? What's your name?
It's Alexander.
Alexander. Okay, I'll remember that. So I
See
says.
that you do.
He looks concussed.
You know what? That's fair. I'm gonna rifle through his pockets.
He weakly fights you off. You find what looks to be 2 of the 4 missing bottles. And that's about it. Some slivers and silvers if you want to steal his actual money.
Yeah, 100.
Okay, you steal a small pocket's worth of change / various other monies. Not enough to make a coin by any means, but pocket change. You do the others to the other 4 yahoos.
Yes.
You rifle through their pockets. You find the other 2 remaining things of alcohol. One of them having broken after you beat one of them as they were in the process of drinking that one. The others all had small amounts of money on their person as well. You will know that this equates to about a single coin's worth of money between the lot of them.
Hey, we got a coin, gentlemen.
I would add that to your personal character at this point, just because you're the one that looted them. You other 2 yahoos are watching Alexander just beat the ever-living out of all 3 or 4 of these yahoos, and then proceed to steal all of their stuff out of their pockets. Did you guys say anything, or kind of just let it happen?
No, I'm going to go over to the guy that seems to be coherent, and I'm going to try to command him to tell me who the hell he's working for, and how long has this been going on, where's the rest of the shit.
Okay. Make your roll. It's a controlled situation with a standard effect.
So I think I'm going to push myself, too.
So to sum up this heist, Vincent took a nap while Alexander said, "Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that looty."
Push myself on this one. Yeah.
Are you taking a better effect or more dice?
Better effect.
Okay, so it goes from standard to great.
5.
5 with a controlled roll. You don't have any negative consequences. But yeah, with a great effect, he will tell you 3 important pieces of information that are going to be important for you guys. that these yahoos are working for. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see if I can find them really quick. Sorry. You know that these guys are working for the Dockhands. Is that what their name is?
Yeah, I think so.
That's not their name anymore. Gosh dang it.
The Dockers.
The Dockers, yeah. Well, Dockers are just a type of job. They're just like random city workers. They're not necessarily a gang. They're more like a union.
So they are a gang.
Yeah, essentially. But yes, that's who they are working for. Is they have some of their bosses that have been helping them, quote unquote, pick various targets, and this place has been a popular place as he has a considerable amount of quote unquote extras, having a successful still under his bar. And they will tell you that all the other stolen merchandise has been sold to various people throughout the city. You will also know that they themselves are part of the Dockers Union. They're just the newbies. One of them, you will notice, is a whisperer, or at least has some connection to the spiritual planes, hence the ability to open ghost doors.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask to check because I'm curious how they were able to manipulate all of this. So interesting. Okay.
Yep. One of the young ones has.
So for that one, is he one of the ones that are unconscious?
He was the one that was very concussed. Probably the only one that was still awake. You gathered the information from him.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious. So on his person, was there any of like the implements or tools that he used in order to open the ghost holes? Like, how did he do that?
You don't know. He obviously knows some kind of ritual to activate it, or he's very well attuned. You will know that you don't necessarily need chalks or other things, depending on the what you are trying to do. Can you force a ghost hole using chalks and other rituals? Yes, but if you find natural base ones for things that have already existed, it's way easier. I mean, this is something you would know as a character.
I'm gonna have a lot of questions about ghost holes later.
Okay.
For like clarifications.
I'm listening. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, does she know, or can she tell, was, with the kind of dramatic effect of that ghost hole, is it gone? Is it destroyed, or is it still there? So,
No, Vincent made it permanent, which is a very new effect that you guys have never seen before. That was shocking.
Yeah, so, but is it just a straight up hole, or is it actually like a ghost hole forever?
No, he legitimately brought back the old hole that used to be there. So it used to lead to the cellar, or maybe it was a hidey hole or something like that in the past, right? Maybe that's where the old safe was. Who knows, right? But there used to be a hole there that has since been covered over by wood planks, redesigned building, whatever.
Gotcha. So it could theoretically be repaired, blocked off, and never accessed again.
Technically, yes, but there's a literal like a door there now. It's like you guys just installed a escape hatch to this bar, basically.
Rum Runner's tunnel. We basically gave the owner a Rum Runner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right. Next side benefit. Maybe we can negotiate that into something. Huh?
Okay.
So I guess I feel like at this point that we've done what he asked to do. I mean, we figured it out. We stopped him. Now there's more information. I mean, the whole Dockers thing. I mean, they're, from what I can tell, pretty powerful group. So it's not like we're going to go fix that. That's like beyond the scope of what we've been hired to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys would know that causing too much more violence to any of their younger members here would probably result in some negative actions towards you guys, right? Getting into a scuffle and stopping a job is one thing. Killing members just because they did something they weren't supposed to is a whole different matter.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like Alexander sent them a little bit of a message, like just running in there and whacking the form. Now get the fuck out of here. don't come back.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll think twice. I don't know.
One can hope, right? Okay. Yeah, you're pretty confident that you have succeeded on what the owner has asked you to do. Do you guys wait around to the bar until he returns the next morning or comes down the stairs? Or do you knock in the middle of the night and wake him up to tell him the quote-unquote good news?
Yeah,
Alexander will wait for him.
I think we wake his ass up.
I'm half
I'm not-
surprised you guys haven't just handed my lifeless corpse over to Alexander going, here, take him back to the base.
Oh no, Alexander just fireman carried him.
Yeah, I think we wake his ass up. I don't know. It's like I'm already impatient with waiting around here. I'm like, no, we're done. Let's go.
All right, you go up to the owner's room, which you scouted out earlier, and he drearily rubs his face and says, "Yes, Mr. Val."
Says, here, come downstairs with us. We have some interesting new additions to your bar to show with you.
Oh my God.
I'm deducting a coin if you broke any of my stuff.
Technically, we didn't break anything.
Perhaps reality.
He comes downstairs. Do you want me to yada yada his reaction to the hole in the floor? Okay,
I
so
think that's fine.
he is confused, but like not really upset because like he recognizes the old hole. Like, I swear I got rid of that years ago. What the hell is it doing back here?
That's so weird.
I let Casa explain the whole ghost hole thing to him.
He shakes his head and goes, ghost, gross.
Hey.
I said, but you now have a useful passageway underneath your bar that I'm sure you could find some purpose.
He kind of shakes his head and says, I guess I'm going to have to find a new way to lock it down, though, because having a hole in is also a hole out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I see you've returned some bottles to the shelves. We're missing one or one broke. What happened there?
The people that was stealing them drank them before we could catch them.
Ah, the little mice. Okay, well, one bottle, I guess, isn't the end of the world. And you explain what happens with the 4 Yahoos. Do you inform him about the Docker bit, or you just say a group of ruffians have been doing it?
No, I think it's useful to share with him what he might have been up against.
He looks disconcerted that you mentioned the Dockers. As the docks aren't that far away. If you guys will remember the map of the city, it is pretty close, to say the least. So the fact that the Dockers are targeting his bar is a little upsetting for the man. He will look over at you and get into his pocket and pull out 2 coins worth of silver, slivers, and hand them over to you and says, well, for a job done quickly, here you go.
Thank you, sir. I shall be here later to drink.
I assumed as much. You know what? Next time you guys come in, the first round will be on me.
Sounds good.
God bless you, sir.
You guys return back to the tower. Dun, 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 dun. Time for downtime actions. Vincent will wake up in not necessarily a stupor, but you are drained and tired. You don't really remember what happened, but you know it hurt. Feels like someone kicked you in the head.
Did we get them?
You got it. Good job.
Yeah, good. And he looks at Alexander and gives him the most paternal look he can manage, as if he's staring at one of his own kids. He just looks at Alexander and says from the bottom of his heart, fuck you.
Perhaps he has a luxury enough beverage at that establishment where you might de-stress a little bit because the first round's on.
Alexander pats Vincent's shoulder. I love you too, big guy.
All right, let's get into our downtime activities. Hey, you guys aren't at war. That means you get 2. Dun, 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 dun. Some of you might have abilities to give you extras and whatnot, and or you can pay for some. You have been given 2 coins. You can either spread that amongst the crew, or you can fill up your little vault at the crew headquarters. Technically, you have 3 coins, but one of them is on one of your players, and if he chooses to donate, that's on him, or he keeps it for himself.
Alexander will put it in the vault.
All right.
So that puts 4 coins in our vault.
All right. You
If
get.
we decide.
So that means that is the most amount of coins you can hold currently. So anything past that needs to be given to the crew to hold on to, or be spent.
So, trying to understand how trauma works here. So, does this mean that all of my next down actions are done for relieving stress since I got a trauma?
You have 0 stress. You're good.
I'm just saying. Does that mean on the next
Nope.
thing I would?
Nope. You're just
Okay.
you get downtime actions. You woke up normally, 0 stress.
No, I just have a reckless streak.
Correct. Yes, you do things that are reckless. And again, you can play that as much or as little as you like, but the more you feed into it, the more chances you get to have experience.
Why do I have a feeling that Veerling is going to be the little voice of when my reckless streak should jump in?
Because that would be
I have
funny.
no clue what you're talking about because Kessa is Alexander's. That's why.
just a bad feedback loop over here in the corner.
All right. So okay, that changes drastically what I'd be doing for my downtime stuff because now I'm at full health and full stress.
Every time you talk about going to go see the chef person, you're like, "I'm coming soon." You have no reason to show up the next time you have a chance.
Went ahead and added the reckless trauma.
Please,
Well, is there a downtime
yes.
activity I could do that would cause me stress? Then I'd have an excuse to.
Not generally.
Okay.
Yet there are a couple that could technically, but it'd be rude of me to do so.
All right. Well, then I say we just, unless people have things they want to do, I say we go in order and start with our spider. Unless you give me top priority since I nuked myself on that last.
Time out. Before you guys do downtime actions, we got to do heat and payoff and all that fun stuff. So, you get 2 coins, which we already talked about. You guys are still tier 0, so you don't have to pay any coin to the ward of six towers yet. You will know that once you hit tier 1, that changes. Let's see here. Heat. Smooth and quiet, low exposure. Yeah, this was good. Nothing terrible happened. You helped the local establishment. The police aren't on you. You didn't kill anybody, so no heat. And then no one got incarcerated, so we go straight to entanglements. What is your total heat level at currently, y'all?
2.
2. All right, so that puts you in the 0 to 3 category. And that's a 1. Unfortunate. All right, the bluecoats grab someone from your squad. One player volunteers a friend, advice, or purveyor as the person most likely to be taken. Make a fortune roll to find out if they resist questioning. Or pay the bluecoats 1 coin.
What you said, we need to sell out an ally?
Yep, it can be one of you as a player, one of your gang members, or a purveyor/friend of one of your characters.
I vote we do Nyrix because what are they gonna say?
Okay.
As a possessor group. I mean, I'm presenting that to the group.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Wow, my children are being loud. I apologize.
Let's give up Rathu.
Rathu?
Or we could keep picking on, what was his name that
You
you
guys are so
pretended
The courier?
to be?
The courier?
Yeah, Bradley Bradson. Just keep giving his name.
Just from last time, they finally caught up to him to get the information out of him. That's so rude.
Because I used his name when I was doing sneaky stuff in front of the ghost wardens.
Is an option. Would you like to use? Would you like to Bradley Bradson up, or would you? I think all 3 of those are good.
Hilarious. It would be hilarious.
I vote for Bradley.
Okay, you're selling out your friend for some reason. All right. Well, we're
Is
gonna
he
take.
our first?
I mean, technically.
I can
Oh,
hear
well.
the wailing of the damned in the background.
I'm going to go talk to them really quick. So let me finish this roll and see what happens to poor Bradley here. All right, 4 to 5. Oh, that is unfortunate. So they beat the hell out of Bradley. Next time you see him, he will have some pretty serious injuries. So
He's probably going to be yelling at me in particular because I'm the one who dropped his name as well.
Yep. All right, 2 seconds while you guys figure out what you're doing for your downtime activities. Talk amongst yourself. I will be back in 10 to 30 seconds.
So Bradley worked for Lord Skurlock? Is that the connection? Is that how we know Bradley?
He was the guy.
He was a courier.
We were escorting him as he was delivering papers.
Yeah, beat him up.
Then I used his name when I was doing shady ghost shit instead of my own.
I think we just keep recycling him.
He's become our cabbage salesman.
Oh, it's so funny.
Which is all the more appropriate because today we found a secret tunnel. Secret tunnel to the tavern. Wonderful.
Alexander's probably gonna work out again.
Get buff, get jacked. I don't even remember what we can do with our downtime activities.
So, downtime activities are you can acquire an asset, you can work on a long term project, you can recover, you can reduce heat, you can train, or you can indulge a vice.
Can you train any stat or?
So, you can train, mark 1 XP for an attribute or your playbook. You can train to keep XP track only once per downtime.
Yep. But if you guys train in prowess because you are Bravos, you get an extra point. What'd I say?
So instead of 1, you'd get 2 in prowess?
Correct.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, that is
just that's ticks, not pips, right?
Correct. Ticks, not pips, because you got to fill up an entire bar before you get a pip.
Well, I only need 1 more in resolve to level up a thing in that, so I think I'll spend 1 downtime activity doing that.
Okay.
And I'll bring up consorts to a 2.
Ho ho ho! Fantastic. Okay, who's next? Sorry, Spider, what did you do? Because I missed that.
I didn't do anything. So what I'm going to do is actually train playbook.
Okay. So sorry, you shouldn't be able to train your playbook. It should. It
says you.
Is it? Does it? Okay.
Yeah. For an attribute or your playbook.
Okay, I thought that was the one you couldn't do. Never mind. Don't mind me. Maybe the. Oh, you know what? Maybe the playbook is the only one you can't get a training room for. That's probably what it is.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm going to do train and playbook.
Okay. Cool. All right, Sunny.
Going to indulge a vice, but I also would like to work on a long-term project, and I think they might happen in the same location. Because for my long-term project, I want to see what was going on with the ghost store, and see why that was able to stick around.
Okay.
So I don't know,
Sure. So
those are the 2 things I'd like to do.
Okay, what would you like to start with? Those can be your 2 downtime actions. We're still going to take turns for which one would you like to do first?
Yeah. Let's indulge the vice to get rid of some stress.
All right, you indulge your vice. So how this works is you roll a 1d6, and that's how much stress you take out. If you roll more, if you only have 5 stress and you roll a 6, you then have to deal with the overindulging a vice.
Okay. So it's a 6.
How much stress did you have? You might have more than 6.
I did, but I just can't believe I'm rolling so good. Last time I literally was rolling all 1s and had second line trauma, harm. Okay, so erase 6. So 1.
Ever since you decided to hide in the trash can, everything's been great.
That's got to be my move going forward.
You are now the raccoon, the trash panda. Fantastic.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hide in the trash can. You're like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
So much
anytime you get more than 6 stress, it's great to indulge the vice because You're not gonna do anything bad. Okay, cool. So you have reduced your stress the first time. All right, Alexander, what are you doing for your first action?
We're gonna get swole.
He continued to train. All right, what are you training in?
Prowess.
Okay, you can
Swole, man.
continue swolling. Got it. All right, cool. Remember, you can't get fourth pip yet because you don't have the mastery feature at the base yet.
That's fine.
Okay, just making sure you know.
Fourth pit yet. I got plenty of time.
Okay,
I've got 4 skills to fill out.
this is 100% correct. Okay, top of the order then. Since we started with our handy dandy knot spider, we're going to continue with our handy dandy knot spider slide.
I guess training would make the most sense from a gameplay standpoint.
Didn't you already train?
Because I don't need to. I trained 1 XP track. You could train any given XP track once per thing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can pick a different track.
If you would like to make a different track, then please go ahead.
Yep, I'm gonna do insight because I already have a point in that, and I might as well move it along.
Okay, you do so. You train hard. You question people. You have a conversation or two with Rat you. Whatever
Much
that
to my
does.
chagrin.
All right, cool. Over to the draconic member of the group, Spider. What are you doing?
So I'm actually going to work on my long-term project, and I'm gonna
Okay.
actually share a little bit with Kessa about some of my history. That I've got some ancient lineage that might be arcane or occult. So I'm putting together, I'm giving her a little bit of insight into what I'm doing, and I'm putting together some ancient information that could prove useful for us in future contexts. So trying to give her some insights into who I am, as well as gain her thoughts on it. So I'm going to work on my ledger.
All right, you work on your ledger. Go ahead and roll that dice.
Okay, so it's just a
Just a d6.
D6. Okay. 4.
All right, you gain 2 segments. Sorry, technically you would make a study, right?
Study 2. Okay, so well, that's still 1. Hold on.
Okay,
I think that's
perfect.
1 for me. Yeah, there's just one for me.
Okay, then you rolled fine. You're good. The positive note on long-term projects is you don't have any negative possible effects.
Also, I'm wanting her to ponder upon some
Yeah.
ancient stuff.
What are you working on? What's the project? What's your research?
So I basically what I'm working on is my family is an ancient family, and we once were very noble, but we fell from grace. And essentially, what I'm looking for is to tie back all of the ancient lineages that lead to the current power factions. That is going to give me a lot of history. It's going to give me a lot of, we'll just say, information on a lot of important people once I pull this thing together.
Interesting. And your family has a lot of occult ties?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I just assure you that that is the case.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, so then maybe, yeah, that could be beneficial. And I think maybe with your, I guess, your family knowledge and your past knowledge, maybe you would have some opinions on what, I'm working on too with like this whole life force shit. That was pretty gnarly.
Congratulations. Between the two of you, you may now assist each other with your long-term goals. Now, speaking of long-term goals, you already said that's what you want to do for your action, so we're starting your clock. Your clock is
Yeah.
only a 4-segment clock. It's relatively simple.
Okay. So there's my little pie chart. Okay.
And then you roll your d6 to see how far you progress. Now, in the future, you guys can give up one of your downtime actions to give your friend the equivalent of an aid without burning stress.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so that's 2 segments on your clock.
Nice. That was a great conversation we must have had.
People would have to let Vincent know what was going on. Most of the time, he's apparently passed out.
We'll fill you in once you. Well, no, I mean you're all right. I mean you feel all right. So your trauma now you're just a little bit crazy in the eyes all of a sudden.
A little bit. I get a rush from being put in mortal peril, apparently.
You know what? What if it just like instead of taking away your life, it like took away your life experience? Like you just lost one of those traumatic injuries that made you be like not so reckless. Something you lost a memory that kept you in check. A reverse trauma. You got a reverse trauma. You got the Uno one reverse card. All right, down to jumping down to Alexander.
I'm going to work out again. However, since I have to pick a different track, I'm going to work on getting up my playbook.
All right, you get up and out of your playbook. Dun 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 dun.
Excuse me.
You are excused. All right, you guys have done your downtime actions. None of you took any time to study any of the possible jobs that I presented at the first bit. You fools.
We're very self-centered that way.
All
right.
Alexander knows is it's a good smash.
I was going to actually suggest that we spend a coin to do that, since we have 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no argument with this.
Okay. And who would like to make the investigation study, and which one are you guys going to work on? And or are you going to get more information on the
Smash and grab.
smash and grab?
Yeah, that's what I want us to do. So I don't know who's the. So I mean, I could certainly try to go smooth over my contact and see if I can get some details, or I don't know if anybody else wants anybody else.
Well, if it's blue coat related, I could talk to my gray coat friend to see if he knows anything.
That wouldn't be a terrible choice.
I think that sounds good.
All right, let's go talk to Baz.
All right, you make your way over to
He's
Baz.
probably not going to be too super happy to see me, but
Oh yeah, as soon as you walk in,
Baz, old boy.
also you mean the lampbacks? Baz is part of the lampbacks, not the great cloaks.
I'm getting it all mixed up in my head. Sorry. Fine. I'll still go talk to him though.
All right, you head over to the lampbacks. They are not fans of you currently, but because you're friends with their boss, they let you pass. But you are well guarded. All rolls in here are going to be at decreased.
Well, I'm reckless now. Let's do this.
Yeah, little there. Sit.
Ah, Vincent, my friend, how you doing?
Oh, almost dead a couple of times, but what else is new? How are you, old friend?
Yeah, same. Almost dead a couple times. I heard you did some terrible things to some friends of mine. The boys are a tad bit pissed at you. Can't be sick and ghost on people.
I'm exploring creative methods of removing obstacles. You know how it is down here. It's fairly cutthroat. In fact, I reserved from actually cutting any throats this time around. I think you should be proud of me.
Just be careful. You start sick and ghost on people, you never know when you wake up with a boom boom in your bed.
This is true.
Boom, boom.
Thank you for that toddler response. Yes.
For a bit of information, and I'm of course always up for our usual quid pro quo. So, is there anything you require of me up front before I ask?
Never say no to coins. You may spend your coin now if you would like to gain this opportunity, as you have not spent it yet technically.
Yeah, so you have full permission to spend that coin.
All right. I hand him a pouch full of slivers whose value equals up to a coin.
Ooh, you a smart one. Paying a man for information. I like it. See, this is why we can work together. You know how to smooth things over. You will immediately notice that the crew kind of relaxes as you have paid some good money and you are now a client, and not a rival. You are not increasing your standing by any means, but your effects are now back to standard.
Excellent.
Go ahead and what kind of roll would you like to make to gain this information?
Sway. It's my best check.
All right, you make a sway. So this is going to be a risky roll still because you're dealing with a enemy quote unquote crew, but the effect is standard instead of low.
Excellent. I'm looking for information about a certain Bluecoat transport job. 5 and a 4.
5 and a 4. So you're going to take the higher of the two because you have better stuff with that. With the standard effect, he tells you, the old blue coat job, huh? I assume the billhooks are still playing that little game.
What else would they be doing?
Well, you might not know this, but it's a way to get rid of new crews.
It's a trap?
It is a trap. Now, the coin I hear is real, but the transport has extra guards on it. And if things go worse, they pay the billhooks to take care of the trash as they would.
Oh, we're gonna fuck them all up.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I can admire the deviousness.
Yep, they've been doing that. They've been doing that to small gangs for a long time to clean up the streets quickly.
So it would be even reasonable to suggest that perhaps this particular trap was laying for the Leviathan teeth in response to what small amount of notoriety we've earned.
Oh, you're so notable. Yes. Yes, this would probably be it.
I did say small. I am not an arrogant man.
He laughs and the others around him. Yes, of course, you, not arrogant whatsoever, Vincent.
He said that just to get a laugh out of him because, again, manipulating people.
That's about all I can tell you. They'll probably share with you with all the details you need to know, but I can almost assuredly tell you it's a trap. And if you do succeed on the off chance, then you will have a considerable amount of heat, regardless of what you do. So if you're going to try and pull it off, you need to do so with some bravado.
Don't you know me by now? I do everything with style, even failing.
He smiles and says, well, we're not really on talking terms with you, per se, but we might have some extra boom booms if you need a little extra help.
Just call them explosives.
Look, they gotta have silly names. Leave me alone.
I will be in correspondence. I am merely the intermediary. I delegate logistic decisions to a more qualified individual.
Okay. Well, look, he looks at you. Last offer. You don't take it now. I don't think I can talk the boys into giving them up. We might need them for something.
What will this cost me?
1 whole coin.
This is my out of character signal.
So, it will be 1 whole coin, and basically you're just paying to acquire an asset.
Out of character. What say you, Spider?
I would say we can acquire that asset once we talk about how we want to handle this. Should we decide that that's the right way to go?
I will decline for now, but I hope today has done something towards bending the fences. I may have perhaps overindulged in my exuberant self-defense.
Alright.
He
You
will
are.
make
You-
his leave and head back to.
You are allowed to leave without any incident. You make your way back to the watchtower where everyone is chilling. No, 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 no. You know what? Actually, I might have a sound effect for that. 10 seconds here.
So yeah, I will bring the crew back up to speed with my conversation with Baz.
Well, I have the most
Let's go.
inappropriate traveling sound. You guys want that one?
Yeah.
Back at the watchtower.
Who am I? No. I bring everyone up to speed and just resolve it. So it's most assuredly a trap, potentially even laid specifically for us.
I'm so excited. Let's do it.
So
The sentiment
I
of
got
the.
my head.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, I don't think it's a trap for us as much as we might want to inflate how important we are. My guess is it's probably something that they run regularly to siphon out people just like us. But either way, I say we turn the trap on them.
Go on.
My thoughts are this. So we talked about extra guards. Perhaps the order for extra guards gets lost and they don't show up for the truck. Perhaps a distraction for our rivals and they're not there to help us. And we surprise everyone by hitting it sooner. Tell them a false location of where we're going to hit it. We hit it sooner. Take out the guards. Take the cash and go.
That hurts my head.
Don't think. Just when I point you at something, you go get it.
Hey, several of the crew will speak up here. Your NPCs, I will be playing them for you, but a couple of them say they could set up something really easy, and or they could run with the billhooks to be the distraction while you guys deal with the actual card itself.
I think so. Yeah, we have our side crew run with them and distract them. Keep them far away from where it's going to actually happen. We tell them, we're like, yeah, we're totally gung-ho on this. And then we hit it way sooner. And conveniently, there are less guards, assuming it all works out.
You guys will note that Pitbull and Labradoodle, two of your newly formed crewmates, are all about that. Any chance to rib the billhooks, they're about.
Old rivals.
No, they just don't like them.
Huh. That works out well in our favor anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think I assigned Butch to look after our former Hound members.
Yep, there was 3 of them, right? So we got Labradoodle,
Former leader.
Pit, and what was the other one? Do you guys remember the other dog name?
Mutt.
Mutt. Thank you.
We can always send Akira up onto the rooftops as a sniper to anybody that might get loose, or
Okay.
keep an eye on over the city.
All right, and then what about our would-be leech and our would-be Alexander? What's your other character? I always forget what his role is supposed to be.
That is a great question.
Do you remember his name? I don't remember his name.
I didn't. He'd be a lurk.
Lurk. Okay. We're gonna call him Davey for time saving. If you find the notes later, let me know. Would Davey be tagging along with us or helping with the distraction?
Helping with the distraction.
Okay, and last but not least, our would-be leech. Is she helping with the distraction or helping us in the background? Having more people with us is good too, just as a note. 4 people versus however many bluecoats isn't necessarily a fair fight.
I actually think Akira helping us up on the rooftops is probably better than the distraction.
So we'll take the leech and the would-be hound as our NPC backups. Okay, you guys will get some bonuses from that. We'll talk about it as we go along. But we're at our 2-hour mark. So at this point, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, go to the bathroom, get drinks, whatever you need to do before we start the mission and do the planning phase and all that fun stuff. Da-da-da-da-da. Boop, boop, BRB. Tonight's song, we did Alexander's song last week. Does anyone have a volunteer for their song?
Do you even have mine? Did I send it to you?
Shadows of something?
Yeah, Shadows of Ambition.
Yes.
So if no one else volunteers, I guess sure. Why not?
All right, Shadows of Ambition it is.
I've worn the role, a gilded mask, a borrowed soul, a noble's voice, a careful guise, a kingdom built on quiet lies. He lingers near me, cold and pale, a ghost who thinks he still prevails, but don't mistake my poise for grace. Control is worn upon my face. I wait, I watch, I bide my time. A silver tongue, a perfect crime. You think I serve, but it's for show. I guide the threats you'll never know. A loyal man or so I seem, but I define the grand design. I take my place, I rise within, with steady fire beneath my skin. From shadowed halls to gilded throne, I'll claim it all and call it my own. I sign his name, I speak his will. A living hand to haunt him still. He speaks of oaths I must obey, but I decide the debts we pay. I've shaped the truth, I've carved the night, turned whispered deals to sharpened might. You think him master, think me bound, but I decide what fate is found. I wait, I watch, I bide my time. A silver tongue, a perfect crime. You think I serve, but it's for show. I guide the threats you'll never know. A loyal man or so I seem, but I define the grand design. I take my place, I rise within, with steady fire beneath my skin. From shadowed halls to gilded throne, I'll claim it all and call it my own. He whispers close, but I don't bend. A master's voice, a means to an end. Not quick to strike, but sure and clean. I rule the space that lies between. If I must walk with death in tow, then I decide which way we go. And when his voice begins to wane, I'll be the power that remains. I wait, I watch, I bide my time. A silver tongue, a perfect crime. You think I serve, but it's for show. I guide the threats you'll never know. A loyal man or so I seem, but I
I hath returned. Has anyone else returneth? Alright, 1 returneth. 2 returneth. 3 returneth. Now has the song bearer returneth. Alright, so we'll give him a couple seconds to show back up. Shove some food in my face so I'm not chewing on camera the entire time I'm playing. For the record, Sunny is also eating. You just can't hear or see her. Oh, and so everyone off camera right now, because we're on the BRB screen, they can't see you. You're safe. It's okay.
Luna and I are eating one of my huskies is here with me, enjoying some of my repast as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a look at it.
I don't.
We lost you.
I was gonna say I don't know what just happened, but your camera turned off. You can look. No, you can't. It's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay.
Still
Yep.
nothing.
Your camera gone, dude.
I can hear you though, or at least did for 2 seconds.
So, are we allowed to use like the NPCs, like our leeches, like her abilities, like her?
Not until
Or,
she
like, play with
becomes.
them?
Not until she becomes an active player.
Okay.
That's why I said so-called
can't
leech,
use that to
so-called
help us.
hound.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're not technically filling those roles until you guys as players play them, and you cannot
Gotcha.
actively use their abilities unless you are playing them for the session. And
Okay.
for the funsies of this group, you guys won't get to use them until you die or are arrested or something like that. So
Okay.
they kind of
Makes
just chill in the background. Though, if we use them enough in the background, I might, when you switch over to them, allow you to have a free extra ability or have some training done or that kind of stuff if they are active enough in the group, kind of thing.
Okay.
But that is some of the fun of this game. Is every once in a while you'll switch characters to someone that is considerably underpowered than what you've been used to, just to be like, aha, fresh new take. And prison stuff is fun. So much fun. It has its own section and everything. Oh.
I imagine it'd be a great place to make connections, like network.
Yep, you can heal connections. You can make new ones. You can do all kinds of fun stuff once you get enough turf in the prison. But being in there also has some pretty serious negatives until you get some pretty serious place carved out for the crew. That being said, we're gonna push forward. Great Worm, I don't know where you disappeared to, and don't know if Fearling is back yet or not.
Yeah.
You are
I never
okay.
left.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. But I didn't make sure. And we are back to our faces, so we can see you, though you're slightly in the wrong places, but that's okay. We'll switch back eventually. There we are.
There he is.
My camera decided it wanted to die, even though I don't know why. So
I was gonna say you like touched it and the thing just said, "Nah, fam, I'm done."
it's her fault.
That's a mood camera.
The fur ball. There he is.
We'll be okay right now, and I'll figure it out later.
Okie dokie. Well, you guys move on to the second half of this. Give me 2 seconds. I have a small upset child in the background that I am going to go save. So I'll be right back. Role play while I'm away.
So I want to clarify how to say your name. Is it Val? Vale? What's your pronunciation? Valdrix. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So what exactly is our plan again? Can you give us a rundown, Mr. Spider?
So here's what I think we need to do. We need to, one, make sure that the extra blue coat guards that were supposed to be on this truck are not there. So we're going to have the orders not make it.
Mhm.
Two, we need to survey the area. I think actually the bombs are a good idea. So I think we find a place that is going. One, we distract obviously the other group. I forget what they were, the busters or broker, whatever they were.
The lamp backs already turned me down.
At a certain time, they're going to distract them. We're going to tell them that we're going to hit it at this time, and we're going to hit it way sooner. So I figure like we just trigger an explosive and just blow the fucker up and loot it. I mean, we're just gonna smash it and take it. And then we let Alexander, clean up any guards that survive while we take the loot, and and that's that.
Hit and run.
I wonder if we can use any of this new ghost store stuff that we just learned about as part of the distraction, or I don't know, mess around with ghosty illusions for the distraction bit. Maybe it looks like we have more crew members there and show up in a larger force, or we alter the layout of the building so they're a little bit more confused and not sure where they're walking. I know that's something that we can do with the tune is change reveal old walls and stuff, so we could kind of change the layout of things.
I'm not sure if that's an option.
It is an option, though it would take some considerable setup.
Yeah, I would say let's not go that sophisticated on this one. Let's just make sure that they're in a totally different spot, and our team keeps them occupied. We'll start some trouble or mayhem, or who knows.
So, just as a note, you guys are going to make a deception, right? Is what you're planning to do with using the 4 members of your crew to basically be like, all right, these are the guys we're sending you for the job. You're going to help them out, and then we're going to hit the thing beforehand, right? Okay. I think with that setup all by itself. What? You want some of my sandwich? You can have it. It has mayo on it. I'm sorry. Wait, you can have mayo. What am I talking? You're not your mother. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, take a bite or give it back. No, wait, you can't have it. It's got that. Try. I think I'm drinking my drink now. No sugar free. All right, so I think with that will actually give you guys an advantage on this one, so you'll get 2d6 for this engagement roll.
Okay. Who's rolling it?
Me. I rolled that. All right, you rolled a 4 and a 5. You'll take the 5, which is good. It's not a perfect engagement, but you'll at least be starting in only risky for your first roll, guaranteed.
Okay.
Risky feels all right.
Makes sense.
So we wanted to spend a coin to get those bombs, by the way, from the.
Unfortunately for you, the opportunity has passed.
All right, so I guess we're out of luck. So we're gonna have to do some tinkering. So, all right, everybody, load out.
Okay. You guys have your plan. You have your going. We know what your engagement is. What load are you taking for this? Might I suggest?
Don't want to look suspicious.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Well, so remember, standard isn't not suspicious. It's just not guaranteed suspicion.
Okay.
Light is the only one where you're kind of be sneaky. Normal is you look like you're getting into trouble, and heavy is you're definitely getting into trouble.
Right. A light load then.
Okay, so
4 slots?
3. There's 3, 5, or 6.
Okay.
Normal is what I'm doing.
Okay, so a 5 for you. Might I suggest that this one at least be normal, just because sneaking isn't really going to be a.
Yeah, we're gonna be in some. There's gonna be boom booms and fighting. So.
All right.
Heavy.
All right, heavy.
Normal.
Normal.
Normal then, I guess.
Okay, I mean you don't have to. That was just my suggestion. You don't have to follow it.
I was going to do normal originally anyway, so I'm good.
Okay, so everyone's got 5 except for the arms dealer in the corner. All right, so Your guys' first roll, as the convoy starts their roll up, you guys have about 1 minute till it arrives. Would someone like to take an action?
I think we need to set up the bombs.
Okay,
They set
so
us up the bomb.
I'm going to have you guys roll a group check for this Tinker roll. So you can either have one person who's good at it, get some bonuses from y'all, or you can all roll, and at least half of you have to succeed for it to work.
I have
Anybody got
nothing in Tinker.
Either.
I got nothing.
Alexander?
Say that again, Alexander. Couldn't hear you. Sorry.
I also have nothing in Tinker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my recommendation is that because you're low stress, that you push yourself. And I'm also doing it. I'm going to do an assist with foresight, so you'll have at least 2 dice.
So remember, when you're doing a teamwork action, you can lead the group action, which is the person that does the main role. You can assist a teammate, which gives them essentially advantage while you take stress. You can protect a teammate, which takes whatever negatives that they would get from the roll and place it on yourself. Or you can set up a teammate, which you make your own roll to make their stuff better. Basically, to increase their effect.
Since I have the least amount of stress, I will lead the roll. I will push myself to get an extra die.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assist them.
Okay, you take the assist. And you're using foresight, so you are not burning any stress. Solid. Sonny? Jared? You guys do anything extra, or are you going to kind of just let the others take the lead on this one?
Not sure what I should do. I'm going to be honest.
So you can't lead the roll because someone else is already doing that, but you can assist, you can protect, and you can set up. Setup increases the effect. Protect takes the damage away from whoever's rolling. Or not damage, but the consequences, I should say. And assist gives them more dice.
I guess increase effect.
Okay, so you'll have to make some kind of roll to help in some way. My suggestion would be like survey or study to know like the best possible location to place things or that kind of stuff.
I've got 1 point in survey.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that. It is a risky roll.
It's a 6.
Okay, hey, nothing bad happens. Congratulations. So going down to setup. Your now group check that was a standard effect will have a greater effect. Sunny, what about you? Are you doing anything special?
Are 2 people allowed to assist? Like, can I also help Alexander with Tinker?
You can also assist, but remember, assist costs you stress automatically.
I don't know, like what other, so otherwise I could be, ooh, I feel like that's the only thing I can really do since you just changed the effect. And I can't lead. I guess I could take his damage?
You
right?
could protect, which would take his any stress that he gains or consequences that he has. Yeah. But remember, you guys can always resist consequences.
Yeah, I'd almost say, I would say, what's your stress at? It's pretty high, isn't it?
Well, I'm only at 1 right now because I did my vice during the downtime.
I would say go ahead and assist him, so that give him another die because we really want this part to go well.
Really well, right? Okay. Yeah, so I'll do that then. So mark off 2. Okay.
You're doing what? I'm so sorry. I'm being attacked by small children.
She's going to assist also.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 2 stress to gain an assist, which gives your dear friend Alexander another dice in the positive. So you're now sitting at 3 dice?
Yep.
All right, 3 dice. It was a pretty good roll. How well do you make this bomb there, Alexander?
Let's go. Dice roll. That was fantastic. 2 6s.
Fantastic. That's a critical. Give me 2 seconds as this baby is being crazy boy.
Oh. So where are we planting the bomb? Like, what is that? Where's that going?
I mean, I think it's right here on this round. I mean, that's what I think we're doing right here is he's building it and then we got to place it. But yeah.
Yeah, basically IED style.
Okay, so we're going in the ground. We're gonna blow up from the bottom.
Blow the fuckers up. Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah. As soon as they roll over, blow up the cab. Hopefully, get the drivers. And of course, as part of a flashback, Jared bribed the blue coat captain to not send extra guards.
Okay, so with a critical, you just hit the critical effect, which means you have built a bomb that can break through about anything. Where would you like to place it? Would you like to place it on the wall? Would you like to make an IED, or would you like to make a part of the road basically blow up so they cannot escape?
Yeah, that.
No escape.
No escape.
No escape. Okay.
Tarna, or the Great Worm had the idea of
Wrong it.
me having a flashback to go bribe the bluecoats ahead of time, so they, as an additional thing to them not sending reinforcements.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you guys do have a friendly relationship with them currently. Yes. Let me look and make sure. Blue coats. No, you don't have a friendly relationship with them. You are at a 0.
Or I could have a flashback and the clerk that I know misplaced the order for the additional reinforcement.
That might be a more make more sense.
I'll do that then.
Okay, so for flashback, that's going to cost you 3 stress to do, as this is a relatively fraudulent action, to say the least. But you're able to do so for 3 stress and 1 coin.
Five.
You don't have to roll anything.
Oh, it just happens. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Yep, it just costs you
Well,
3.
I'm
It's just 3
definitely
stress and 1 coin. All right, cool. All right. So you guys are relatively confident from your conversation with your friends earlier. A, with the bomb you've crafted, and B, with the flashback you just did. The group of yahoos on this cart is probably all they're going to have. As that approaches, dun, you see 7 armed men on the cart, which means there's 6 of you, so it's a relatively fair fight. You have 1 driver,
Xander.
one coachman, sideman, whatever. Probably a couple of guards on the inside and 2 guards on the top, essentially. Right? It is being pulled along by a 2-horse buggy, and you guys know that horses means expensive, right? They're sparing no expense so they can get to the city quickly.
I have 2 really cool things I can do.
Okay. Well, it's your turn to make the rec check, as you're the one that set up the explosives. Roll it. Sorry, this is a risky roll, but it has a already critical effect because of your bomb.
Five.
Fantastic. The bomb goes off, but it's delayed slightly. And immediately there is regret because you watch 2 of those beautiful horses get crushed under the rubble that you just caused.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I just have 1 cool thing to do now.
Sorry. You guys will know that dead horses are bad as dead people. You can hear the spirit bell go off. Ding, ding, ding.
Spiritbane charm.
Well, so remember, that's not going to help. That's just when people die, the bell goes off, and the spirit wards are on their way. But the 6-7 men that were on the cart are shook up, to say the least. Well, who would like to go next? Who's doing what?
Okay. So, just so I'm assessing the situation correctly, there's been a big boom.
There's
The
been
men
a big
inside
boom.
don't know what happened. They're all shaken up. The horses are dead, which creates an immediate panic situation. What I could do is run into these men and go, "Are you all right? We need to get out of here before spirits are drawn to this place. Come, I'll get you to safety." What does people think of that particular plan? That I bamboozled them into leaving while you guys loot the thing.
I was going to use my ability to knock the cart on its side.
I thought it was already toppled over from the explosion.
The cart is not going anywhere, but the people and stuff on the inside are still there. A toppling cart would definitely have a positive effect on your situation.
Yeah,
But-
I'd say maybe do that first and then do your thing. Like, oh my god, because it makes it very chaotic and they can get out of there.
All right.
But as a note, I would say be careful being buddy with any of these yahoos because they will remember your face.
Disguise kit.
Okay, so you have a disguise kit. You brought one of your items. Would you like to make a flashback to say you did that already?
Yep.
Okay, you take your 1 stress because it's something you could have easily done in the past. And you're now disguised. The rest of you
I'll
just
wait for Alexander to knock shit over.
Yep, gonna not be trifled with.
all right, not trifled with. Does that you have to push it to activate that? Yes.
Nope. You can push yourself. Yes. Sorry. You
Okay.
push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, or engage a small group on equal footing. Since we are going to knock over the thing, I will use it to get under, lift, and toss.
Okay. 1 second before you do that, though. Oh, dang it. I said not on there. Would you like to take the stress, or would you like to take a devil's bargain?
I'll take the stress.
Okay.
I've got stress to spare.
Fine.
So, yeah.
Then you push yourself and do so.
Alexander dashes in, lifts up the entire thing, and throws it on its side.
How rude.
Can I help? I'm gonna help him with that action. And I guess for flair, use my Tempest because I can do like strong wind to kind of oomph that extra push for him. So I'll spend the.
Okay,
I
would
do
you
that
like to
to
burn
help him.
stress, or would you like to take a devil's bargain?
So for the devil's bargain, do you present that and then I can accept or
Yes.
deny?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I have to hear it first.
Okay, cool. Give me 2 seconds while I pull up
Okay.
my little chart. You know what? I'm going to use one of the ones from the book because I'm being lazy. Straight up lazy over here. Alright. Would you like to gain this ability, but gain the ire of a occult group that you have not met yet?
Oh, that sounds spooky. I don't know. Sounds kind of cool too, though.
Oh boy. So either take. So that would be 2 stress, or we're on the bad side of some occult force.
Yes, and you will know that on the little sheet there isn't a lot of actual occult groups mentioned. They are kind of just flavor yahoos that are in here. But you will draw their ire.
Oh, yeah, I guess that could be interesting storytelling down the line. I guess is the group cool with that, or would that target? Does that just affect me, or that affects
Just
like the group?
Well, what affects you affects the group, but technically it is just you because you're going to do something to another group.
Sure, I guess they don't like me. That's fine.
All right. Note to character.
Yeah.
You have stolen the metaphysical energies of a group in the middle of a ritual. The group's name, not that you will know this, but you as a player should know, so when I ask about it later, you have the notes for it, is the Turtle Dwelling Hermits.
Oh God, you've earned the ire of Master Roshi.
Don't take my jokes before I get there.
And I've stolen metaphysical energy?
Correct. They were in the middle of some sort of ritual, and you yoinked it out of the air, essentially, and put it into the wind, pushing the cart exponentially harder than Alexander was expecting. Not only did it flip, it flipped. Roll me, or I'm going to roll a d4 to see how many times the wind picked it up and flew it around. As Tempest is not a power to be played with. It does 4 rotations. Alexander, you feel like a god, just as a note. Like, it catches the air perfectly. Just.
I totally let him have that. I don't let him know that I hold. Yeah. It's all on you. That's all
You I just want you guys to know that you just turned the inside of that cart into a blender.
Alexander is cackling evilly.
So
with much glee.
the cart crashes down,
Scoot
and it
on
takes
by in my disguise.
it takes a significant amount of damage. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but all 4 wheels blast off of this thing as it lands upside down and cracks open from the force of this throw. It looks like a split egg. Just the bottom has been blown out, and there are bits and pieces of people all over the place. You just heard 4 more spirit bells ding. Ding, ding, ding,
So there's
ding.
only 2 men left inside?
There are 3 men left. There's the dude that was guarding the back door, the pilot, and his co-pilot. And they have been yeeted to the 4 directions. 2 went flying forward, 2 went, and he went flying back. They are considerably disorientated and would be easy pickings for just about any of you. Do any of you wish to skirmish with these yahoos, or are you going to try and scammer in and grab some loot? Now, who hasn't done anything yet? Because we need to kind of spotlight here. All right, Jared, you are in disguise. What would you like to do? Your original plan was to try to assist to distract them. Would you like to continue that plan,
Seems
or
a mite unnecessary at the moment? Which of them seems the most cognizant?
you would assume that who you thought was the co-pilot, you weren't really paying that close of attention to who was in what spots, is the one that is least goofed up.
All right, so to sell this guys here, I'm in like a, I'm gonna just call it like an old man Jenkins style thing. I've got like an old peddler coat on and a hood and a fake nose and spindly, like I've dusted my facial hair with like white powder and oh crap, Sonny, we need to get you out of here. There's gonna be spirits coming to gobble us up. Come on, let's get you boys, let's get you lads out of here.
A fantastic deception roll. I will give you a +1 for all that silliness that you have attached to your person.
All right, that's a sway roll.
Okay, and don't forget your +1.
Oh, +1 die.
Mm-hmm. You're using a disguise kit and using fantastic outlet.
Oh.
You get some pluses.
I know I only have to go with one of these dice, right?
Correct. You take the highest.
Good, because I got a 6, and that's good because the other 2 dice read at 1.
Okay, fantastic. Take the 6 then.
Keeping that 6.
All right, you succeed with no consequences. You drag one of the 3 men out of combat, essentially. You take him somewhere, quote-unquote, safe. All right, next, Spider. I believe it is your turn if you would like to add to the chaos here.
So at this point, we have a couple of people still in the wreckage.
They're dying. and it's
What's left of them, yes.
Well, we came here for money, so I'm going to go get it.
Okay, you make your way into the thing. How would you retrieve the money? What skill do you use to pick the stuff?
I'm going to survey and look for the most valuable shit possible.
Fantastic. Go ahead. Give it a roll.
4, 6, so 6.
All right, 6 is a good roll. You don't take any stress for doing so. As you go in, you are able to scoop up 15 coin. It is a huge amount. There's a reason there are 4 dead bodies.
Ooh. Now, if I recall, the person who gave us this job wants a cut, otherwise they're going to come after us, right?
That is
Yeah. Screw them.
that is what they said. 15 coin is what you were able to pull up from the sorry, I forgot. I think I cut that in half. 7 coin is what you were able to pull out.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna be getting rid of some heat, so we're gonna need to spend some coin.
As a note, yeah, there was 15 coin. Half of it went into the 4 poor individuals that were in there guarding it, as it crushed, stabbed, pierced all of them, right? So half of the coins exploded into basically a frag grenade on the inside of the thing, and then turned it into a blender. And the ones that did stick together were, giant bags of bludgeoning coins. So,
I've overdone it just a bit.
there are still 2 guards.
I was the one who did it this time.
There are still 2 guards, and they have kind of gotten up to their feet and are looking for their various weapons and things. Do you guys, character, you cannot carry more than 4 coins on your person.
So whoever's near me I need to tell them to grab. So maybe I command. I don't know who's near me.
This is narrative at this point, so whoever wants to can.
So I yell at Alexander to come over and pick up these coins.
All right,
Yeah.
Alexander, between your
I'm
personal
ushering a
coin.
guard.
Okay, Alexander, between your personal coin that you. Oh no, you donated that, so you have full slots. So you were able to pick up the other 3. You are super burdened with coin there, Val. So you both have your hands full, essentially. That leaves Sunny. What are you doing? There are 2 guards that look like they are about to come a stomping. They don't look like they're in good condition, though.
Well, shoot, I don't know. We
Would you-
kind of got what we came for.
Okay. They are an
Mal
issue.
Got it.
They are an issue. What would you like to do to
Yeah.
do things? I can make a couple suggestions, as you are still a relatively new player and your cool whisper abilities are to be learned.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with. Yes, I'll take a suggestion.
Okay, you know that there's a 4, 6 plus new ghost, couple animals, and the various people that are raising out of their bodies. Ghosts are immediately dangerous, especially right after they die, and don't necessarily know who are friends or enemies. If you can tag them with a spiritual mark by attuning to at least one of them or both of them, you can make these new ghosties attack somebody as you redirect their energies towards that person.
Okay, so kind of spotlight them as the target.
Correct. Yes. This is a
Okay.
desperate maneuver, but will have great effect. And if you increase
Okay.
it to critical, you can make it attack 2 people instead of 1.
Okay, let's do. I said we could raise it to what effect?
If you raise it to critical effect and succeed on the roll, you can have it attack more than 1 person.
Let's just do 1 person.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't choose if you have an ability to raise it up, is what I'm saying. So right now you're going to automatically attack 1 unless you have stuff that lets you upgrade your stuff. Like if you roll a critical on your roll, or if you push yourself to increase the effect, that kind of thing.
Okay, I don't believe I can push myself for that, right? So the only thing I said on my sheet I can push is the Tempest.
No, you can. No. Push yourself is anytime you make a roll. If you push yourself, you can activate Tempest, which is an extra cool ability just for whispers that you picked up from your playbook. But pushing yourself just allows you to add a +1 to your die or increase the effect. The choice is you either take stress or you take a devil's bargain. But you can do it whenever you want.
Okay. No, I think I'll keep it as is and just do the 1 person.
All right, roll it.
And you said it was a tune?
That would
Or is
be
this a command?
great question. You get to tell me.
I think I would like to do a tune because it says perceive and communicate with ghosts.
Okay, so attune will give you a desperate roll because you're dealing with ghosts, but will give you a great effect.
Okay. So yeah, let's do that.
All right.
4.
4, fantastic. All right, so with a desperate roll, all but 1 ghosty attacks that poor man, and he is drained almost instantaneously. Unfortunately for you, one of them comes straight for you. As you were attuned to the medical physical silliness, and it locks straight onto you, and it gives you 1 point of tennis elbow, essentially. It's a level 2 harm where you can't use your arm.
Dang.
Would you like to resist the consequences?
So I would have to roll for that.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll try to fend them off, I believe.
Okay, so as you try to fend them off, this will be a this will be a resolve roll. Rabble. Oh no, sorry. This will be if you're fending them off. Yeah, it's a prowess roll as you
Yeah.
fight them away.
Okay.
Can't we assist her?
Not with resistant rolls,
Okay, so
unless you have some ability
Can
that says that you can help with resistant rolls.
all right, I'm reading the rule again. Can you? So how many do I roll for a resistance roll?
So you take the number of pips that you have skills in. So if you have 1 pip in a skill, that counts. And then
Okay.
you roll however many dice it is. If you have 0, you roll 2 and take the lower of the 2. And then you take 6 stress, and whatever you roll is what you subtract from that 6.
Okay, so I have 1 pip in prowess, so just roll 1.
Correct. You roll 1 dice.
Okay. It is a 3.
Okay, so you take 3 stress, but you don't take the harm. So
Okay.
honestly,
Okay.
probably a better roll for you in the long run.
Yeah, than the 2. Yeah.
Though your vice preparer is going to be happy next session when you see them because you'll get a chance to spend more time with them. All right, next.
I haven't done anything since leading away the one dude. I think the only thing, I guess, since I'm away from everybody else, would probably be trying to help set up a cover story.
I was gonna say, let's try to frame the guys that tried to frame us. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guys who try to get us set up. Let's blame it on them. What was the name of that
That's a
gang
good
again?
idea.
Sorry, there's a lot of names running through my
Bill
head.
Hook.
Bill
Yeah,
Hooks.
the blue.
I get him sat down once we're away from like the blast area. It's like, you all right, Sonny? Are you feeling all right? Did you break anything? Are your joints swollen? You feel any Russian fluids or humors?
You keep talking to him. I gotta grab a baby.
So what you should do is you say, "Oh my God, it's the Billocks!" Like the guy who's still alive.
I gotta sell the characters the kindly old man first. Wait for him to respond, and then you go, "Oh, dang Billocks! They're causing trouble all sorts of places. No, they know no shame. Mess around with explosives like that.
Killing them horses.
Damn fine horses too. What a waste."
You could work in there the thing about the meat hooks, since that's one of their weapons of choice. He said hatchets and meat hooks, which is
Yeah.
just so crazy.
Well, luckily for us, we brought some meat hooks with us.
Yeah,
Did you?
flashback. Totally.
All right, what have you done to convince him that the Bill Hooks are the ones that did this?
Well, Val had a great idea of having a flashback and of us planting evidence of meat hooks and hatchets to frame the Billocks.
You can allow that to happen for 2 stress, as you guys would have also had to acquire enough various hooks to make it make sense.
I'll
So
take 2
somebody tried
stress.
to do it beside me because I'm way stressed.
I'll take 2 stress for that.
Okay, you do
I
so.
can do that.
It happens. You will have
So
plus 1 to your sway roll.
So basically, I said, "You're all right." At first, I was, "Are you right, Sonny? You got any broken bones or swelling joints? Any flushing fluids or humors?" Wait for him to respond and like confirm that he's like not dying.
He looks to be injured, but not deadly so.
Oh, small miracles. Damn those Billocks! They've graduated from using butcher's implements to just blowing people up. Have they no decency? And those are some damn fine horses too. Can I fetch anybody for you? Do you have a person I can contact?
He
Here
looks.
comes the roll. Is that a 3? Is that okay? So how many dice we up to? 3.
3 currently. If you give him some kind of assistance, it'll be 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist you. I'm gonna use my other foresight, so no stress for me.
Oh. I'm gonna stop rolling my Vegas dice because apparently they're angry with me. I got a 3 as my highest roll.
Ooh, he does not believe you.
Oh no.
Is there any way
So
I could turn this around?
well,
Can you push yourself? Can you push yourself?
Oh, I have not pushed myself yet.
you
So
could
more
technically push yourself and gain a greater effect, but you're supposed to do that
Okay,
before
yes.
you roll.
If I push myself, it's a 5.
Okay, so technically,
But because of the technicality, if you want to bump down that level of success, I'm totally fine with that.
yeah. So generally, you don't get another roll, right? Once you get 4, that's the most you can have. I'm going to allow it this time because I didn't stop you ahead of time. But in the future, 4 is the max you can get on a roll. No re-rolls, nothing like that. Part of it is just dealing with the consequences, and then you'd have to make consequence saving rolls, right? That's what the resistance comes in for. But neither here nor there. I'm going to allow it this time. And to your proposal, I will 100% take the lower thing. So instead of it being a standard effect, it's lowered to a low effect. He doesn't seem to believe you that it was the billhook's fault. But he's pretty damn woozy. He does give you a name of Captain Wins. Captain Wins. Yeah, he's probably the closest one here. He's in this district.
Wins as in
Wins.
I win, or wins as in wind, with the wind blows?
ENS. Wins. WENS. What are you saying, man?
Captain wins. Okay. Sorry, just adding to my notes. All right, I'll go fetch him, Sonny. You sit tight. Here, you just hand him a random scrap of cloth and just kind of half-heartedly like tie it around one of his bleeding wounds. I'll go fetch him. Don't you worry. I do not, in fact, go and fetch Captain.
That is fair. You make your escape. The rest of you also make your escape. Dun 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 dun. And since there's no backup coming, and you've knocked all but one of the poor guards out. I guess there is another one that was there ready to fight. So you have to outrun one guard, except for you have. Can I help you? Exactly, you have a sniper on the rooftop, which I'm going to roll for your 2 side characters really quick. Okay, so getting the 2 dice that they gave you as extra for this escape, they rolled 4. So the sniper bolt does go off, but it only wounds the person, slowing him down.
Fair enough.
So I would like all of you to make a group check of some sort to make your escape. And this one I would like to do the everyone roll, but half of you have to succeed or fail.
So what? Finesse, prowl? I don't know.
You guys get to choose.
All right, so pick one skill we're all good at then, I guess. Hold on.
Well, I'm not good at any of those, but
Me either.
can I study to try and make an escape, like the best way to get out?
Yes, technically.
All right, well, that's what I'm gonna do.
It has to be a group check. We can't make individual checks, right?
No, you were all making an individual check, but half of you has to succeed. Otherwise,
I'm sticking to sway then, just lying to people as I'm wandering through the streets in my disguise.
'tis an option.
I'm
So
gonna have to
we all have to make the same check, though.
No?
It does not. No. It's the group either fails or they succeed. It is that kind of group check.
Oh, but we can each do a different one. Okay.
I got a 5.
Do what?
Finesse, beat feet, run like hell.
Run like hell. All right. Woo! A 6 to bullshit my way back home. I'm getting the hell out of here. Streets are blowing up. What kind of town is this? Back in my day, streets didn't just randomly explode. People had some decency and pride in their work.
A 4 to find appropriate escape route.
Okay, you succeed, but barely.
I'm gonna do wreck. I mean, we've already got a whole bunch of shit and rubble, so as I'm running, I think I'm knocking over trash cans and kind just perpetuating the mess. And I've got a 5.
Okay, so all of you succeed. The lowest score amongst the lot of you was a 4. So all of you making this daring escape will share 2 stress.
Each take 2 stress.
Correct. Using your various methods to get out of there, you take a little stress to escape.
Sweet, I got some trauma.
What kind of trauma did you get as you make your escape?
Let's see.
Oh man, I feel like paranoid or obsessed would be good with your backstory.
I'm going to roll a d6 and then I'll tell you what in my head.
Random. Okay.
I think obsessed is good. If you're open to my suggestion, I like that one.
I rolled reckless again, so if you would prefer obsessed, that would be okay with me.
Yeah, because I feel like like even though I planned it, it didn't work out. So I'm not like more obsessed. Like next time, it's like, nah, that sucked. That was too messy. Too messy. Reckless is totally against my personality, so I'd rather go with obsessed.
That makes sense to me.
Sweet. Now I feel better.
No stress. Better.
Not just obsessed.
Traumatized.
Okay. Well, you succeed your way out. Unfortunately, by the end of this, you kind of just go off on your own and are pissed off about it. But you will rejoin the crew by the end of next heist. But you guys do get some downtime actions.
Stress relief.
But I will say, because you got your trauma at the end, you will lose one of your 2 downtime actions as it takes some time to recover it. But congratulations, team. The lot of you, the teeth have bitten again. Let's see what happens.
Did we get
What's
the
up?
XP for any of those rolls we made?
At the end all of them were risky. There was no desperate rolls to be made, as you guys were winning pretty much the whole time.
Dang, blast it.
Yeah, that could have.
I like this character of yours.
You guys are ridiculous, BT dubs. Okay.
Engelbert Swizzlestick the third, Esquire.
All right, let's get to your.
One of your personas now. You gotta keep that one.
Okay, payoff. Dun 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 dun. Congratulations. This is a quote unquote standard score, as it's between 6 and 7 coins, or sorry, 6 and 8 coins. So it's a better score than it should be. But it's pretty good. It could have been way better, but destroying the caravan had both very positive effects and very negative effects. You will know that that was not great. Let's see here. So payoff. Cool beans. You guys get 7 coins. We already talked about that. You're still rep 0, so you don't have to pay any of that off to start, so you have all of it. Your vault is 1 from being full, so you can fill the vault, and then you have 6 coins to disperse amongst you 4 yahoos.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to spend some coins on heat reduction and other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and on a plus note for your rep on this one, we forgot to generate rep on your first job, by the way.
Oh.
You only gained 1 rep for the previous job, because technically the people that you were dealing with were the same level rep as you. Oh, sorry. I take that back. You are both rep 0 squad, so you just get 2 rep for that one. For this one, though, you are dealing with the Town Watch, which is a tier. Dun, 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 dun. What tier are these yahoos?
Let's just piss everybody off.
Oh, yeah, you did. The bluecoats are a tier 3, so they are 3 tiers above you, which gives you plus 3 rep. So you are sitting at 5 rep plus. which should overfill your rep gauge,
Yeah.
which will move. Only downside is once you fill up your rep gauge, you can't. It just goes away until you spend the money to
So
upgrade.
we got it. Yeah, so we just need to upgrade that. Okay, so we're full.
Okay. Next up, heat. That was loud and chaotic. This will be actually wild, devastating exposure, because you guys just hit them with 6 things. You just killed 6+ people.
We had a simple plan. Such a simple plan.
It went real well. So you're gaining 6 heat.
Well.
6 heat for that. But you also get to add +1 heat for high profile or well connected targets. +1 heat if the situations happened on hostile turf, which is everywhere because you guys are not a big enough crew to hold a turf area. Let's see. You're not at war with anyone else though, so you get 8 heat.
So that puts us at overfilled.
Fantastic. You you upgrade your wanted level to 1.
Okay.
And you continue filling the heat bar even if you go past the first wanted level.
All right, so we have wanted level 1 and 2 heat.
Fantastic. All right. The higher your wanted level, the more serious response the law enforcement action is taken against you. They'll also enforce of equal quality and scale. Also, your wanted level contributes to the severity of your entanglements that your crew is facing after a score. So let me jump.
Just one heat and 1 wanted level.
Yes.
So 1 of them.
Good, yes. Now, and to get rid of wanted level, you guys can choose to be incarcerated, or you can get arrested. If I roll bad enough on your incarcerations, I can pick a player to get arrested.
That's the only way to get rid of wanted level is to go
Correct.
to jail.
Yep.
Could I go to jail in persona as Engelbert Swisselstick III Esquire?
You would know that they would break through your disguises. But just as a note, what this means for you guys, right? So wanted level 0, if you were just like, I want to clear my heat, I'm going to go turn myself into the bluecoats for the bad things we did. They just beat your ass and you take some harm. Level 1 is a month or 2 in prison. Level 2 is several months in prison. Level 3 is a year or 2 in prison. And level 4 is life or execution. So, it will behoove you to not gain too much heat without turning someone in. And it has to be a player character. Hence why you guys have people to do stuff. Now, mind you, you don't have to do it now. 2 plus wanted level 1.
Which means equals to how much jail time exactly?
2 months. Or a month or 2. Plus, as a side note, you guys specifically attacked bluecoats, which you know was treated considerably harsher than a normal issue.
I did voice this concern at the beginning of this heist.
But neither here nor there. Let's see. Your engagement roll. Dun, 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 dun. You guys are at 2 heat, right? On your new wanted level?
One.
One heat. Okay, so that, well, that's not too bad then. Could be worse for sure. Number 4, which is Rebels or Unquieted Dead.
Well, we did Unquieted Dead last time.
Did we do Unquieted Dead? Well, you did do Unquieted Dead. I mean, that would make a lot of sense if you guys keep making ghosts piss you off. Like, you keep killing people and the ghosts keep trying to get you.
The Ungrateful Dead.
Let's see. Rivals. What's Rivals do? Okay, cool. So, you... the Bluecoats is going to be the Rivals because they're currently a neutral party, technically. And you have a couple options to deal with their supposed anger at you guys. You can forfeit 1 rep or 1 coin per tier of the rival, or you can stand up to them and lose 1 status with them. So basically, a couple of bluecoats will approach the tower at some point on your quote-unquote downtime and harass you guys to basically try to get you to confess or be arrested. And you can either pay them off quietly so they shut up and leave you alone, or you could kick their ass allegedly and take a negative in the reps.
We all know what Alexander would vote for.
Let's fuck them up.
I think we pay them off.
I am inclined to agree
Come on,
with paying
Vincent.
them off.
Let's get a little reckless.
Okay, so
Let's fight them.
Would that arrest count to get rid of the wanted level?
if you guys
Like, can we
wanted,
double dip that?
if you wanted to take a free arrest, like you guys can turn yourself in at any point. You do not have to wait for anything. There is a role that makes me automatically grab an arrest and grab someone from the group or multiple people from the group. But if you guys decide to turn yourself in and basically be a sacrifice for the group to lower the wanted level and take the heat, essentially, you guys can do that whenever.
Because yeah, I'm debating because I'm not attached to Kessa, and she would be okay in prison for a month or two. I'm asking, so like if I turned myself in to get rid of our wanted level, could that I double dip that with like this blue coat interaction and like that count as like the arrest?
You
Or
would
like that's
you would still lose a coin or the rep. Because
Okay.
that is the engagement thing. Now, mind you, you could at the same time be like, "We're giving you a coin, and here is a person that you can, get some status with.
okay.
Leave us the hell alone."
You leave us alone.
I feel like I'm going to have selective recklessness, not for just random violence.
That's fair.
It's not random violence. We're protecting our turf, our rep.
As a side note, you guys are overfilled on rep by 5 because you don't technically get your rep until the end
I
of
say we
this.
just take the rep hit. Stand up to him.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so you guys take a reputation hit of 3. So you lose 3 from the 5 and only gain 2 for this job, right?
Yeah, that's still full though.
Say what?
We're still at full.
Oh, okay. Well, bonus. So that's that. Then downtime activities. You guys all have 2 except for Aaron's character, who is 1 because you took a trauma at the very end of the encounter.
Well, whoever you want to go first.
We'll start reverse order this time. Alexander, you could start this time.
Well, a god has to stay in great shape.
You continue to work out?
And you continue to work out.
You continue to work out. All right. Swole is the goal. Sunny, what do you do for your downtime?
We're gonna do the stress.
You're going to do the what? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get rid of some stress.
Some stress. All right. Roll your 66 and see what happens.
3.
All right. You get rid of 3 stress. All right. Next up, Jared.
All right, so also relieving stress. So you roll a die equal to your lowest attribute, which the lowest I have is a nothing. So, I mean, do I just roll the 1 die then, or?
No, you take 2 and take the lowest of the 2.
Okay. I relieve 1 stress.
You relieve 1 stress. All right. And the Great Worm, Val.
I'm going to continue to train playbook this
All right.
downtime.
You train your playbook a little bit more. Second item, Alex.
We'll get 5. Now we'll train the playbook.
All right, you do so. Sunny.
I'm also gonna train. I'm gonna do prowess.
Okay, you train prowess. Jared.
I've still got 4 stress, and that's stressing me out. So he's been promising indulging his vice for a while, and he's going to make good on that promise. So
All right.
yeah,
roll
he's indulging in luxury. Once again, a 1.
Those dice don't like you.
I was rolling different dice this time.
Oh, okay. More traitors to the group. Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
three. I can live with 3 stress. I can live with
Okay,
3 stress.
before we push forward, you guys have the option to spend more coin. You technically have 7 still, right? Because you haven't spent any extra.
We actually
So,
have more than 7. We have
oh,
9.
sorry. Yes, yeah, but you can only hold on to 4 currently for your in your vault, and then the other 6 that would be left over from this job need to be divided amongst you guys or spent.
Yes. Can we spend the 4 to upgrade?
Upgrade what? What are you trying to upgrade?
Our crew from tier 0 to tier 1 since we're filled.
Fantastic. Let me jump over to upgrading your crew because that's its own separate thing. Because it should actually take a bit more, but you guys have a patron, so it's actually cut in half, which is super
Yeah,
nice.
exactly. I was thinking we can afford it.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I gotta find the right page for this.
I think it's 4, right? To upgrade, or it's 8 normally, but we cut it in half. I think it's only 4.
Yeah, because it's 4 or it's 8 times your tier level or something silly.
Yeah, so 8 times 0 is 0.
It's a great question. I think the minimum is 8.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty positive that that's correct.
I find it. I swear, it's in the thing here. 4 character creation. There we go. Player advancement, claims, crews, faction levels, tier. Here we are. Your hold is strong. You pay to increase your tier by 1. This cost coins equal to your new tier times 8. So the new tier, so it's 1 times 8. That's why it costs money this first time. As long as your rep tracker is full, you don't earn any new rep, 12 being the max. Once you pay, increase your tier, reset your rep to 0, and reduce your hold to weak. Would you guys like to pay your 4 whole gold to level up?
I think we should.
Yep.
So week tier 1.
Weak tier 1.
All right, so I'm going to fill the vault back up, and that leaves us a bonus coin. So we have 1 coin that somebody needs to hold. So
Sweet.
or we can use it.
You do have some heat you could pay down.
Just
That might not be a terrible idea.
It's just 1 heat though, so I don't know. I'm not super worried about 1 heat.
You could spend it to have someone train. You could spend it to give someone another chance to indulge their vice. You could spend it to work on a long-term project. You could acquire an asset.
Maybe we were. Yeah. Oops.
You could also spend it to gain information on a new job, as you guys had burned the 2 that you knew anything about.
Yeah, maybe that's what we do.
I mean,
How do you guys feel about that one?
sure.
Yeah, I say either job or an asset because we've also been like a little dodgy on our friends lately. Those are my votes. It's either an asset or a job.
Same.
Who wants a job? What
I
kind
think
of asset? What kind of asset would we try to acquire?
So, acquiring an asset is basically you get a free upgrade for the next mission, whether it's a vehicle, a extra explosives, more people onto your crew. As a side note, your crew is now has a small gang of people, which means you get to add anywhere from 3 to 6 people. As you guys already have 6 people, or sorry, yeah, because you already added the other crew and whatnot. Your crew won't necessarily get any stronger at this tier because you already had the people to kind of make up for it. But now you are not going to be expending any resources for dealing with extra people.
Yeah. So if we do an asset, our warehouse gives us an extra die to acquire assets.
Okay.
So maybe that's what we do.
I mean, we would be trying to lay low after an explosive job like that, so maybe consolidating resources might actually be the smarter move.
Yeah, I think that's good. So do we have to say what asset we want, or just that we're going to do it?
You have to tell me what you're trying to get. Yep.
What do you think? Should we get a vehicle? Actually, it sounds like not a bad idea.
A carriage? What do you think, Alexander? Do you want a carriage?
So give me a squat rack.
Well, as a god, I don't think I should be walking.
Okay. Would you guys like
Right,
to
you-
acquire an asset?
Yeah, we're gonna try and acquire some kind of vehicle, some
Vehicle.
kind of conveyance.
Okay, cool. So you get to roll with a regularly. Let's see here. I'm looking over here. Want to acquire.
We shall acquire a Volkswagen Passat and attract all of the romantic attention we've ever wanted.
Okay, you get to pick what you were using to get this vehicle. You can sway, you can do whatever. You just have to tell me what you're trying to do, and then if our spider is the one doing it, you do get that +1. Actually, anyone can technically use the +1 because you're at the warehouse.
Yeah, I mean, we can consort or sway, so I can use connections to get us a vehicle, or we can try and persuade somebody, whatever you want to do.
I can also fast talk somebody with sway.
Yeah.
All that works. You guys tell me. They have varying effects.
I'll use some connections and try to acquire us a steed
That
or
works.
something.
Okay.
So consort.
Five. Fantastic. You get a equivalent tier. So you are getting a tier 1 vehicle. Which, at this case, at tier 1, you guys are rocking a one goat wagon.
One goat wagon.
It has enough room for the 4 of you. It's not covered by any means, but it can move you or a okay amount of stuff.
That would have been helpful at the last job. Half the money's embedded in these corpses. We'll toss them on the wagon.
100%. You guys didn't even think about that. That would have been hilarious.
Well, I did think of that, but it's like we have no way to haul all these corpses.
We need to just get away.
Which was a wise choice, because if you guys had waited 2 more turns, the spirit wardens would have shown up.
Yeah,
And they already don't like me.
I mean, they did show up eventually, by the way, but
and they saw a suspicious meat hook on the ground.
Yeah.
they saw the one surviving guard that will identify the lot of you, which is why you guys got
They
rep.
didn't identify shit with me. I'm English. Shit.
Yeah,
Esquire.
that one didn't identify you, thanks to bullshitter McGee. But the other one that you guys didn't murder with Ghost, that was just standing there like, holy fuck, what just happened? That one, the one survivor that wasn't the front guy.
Maybe they don't remember us.
Well, you guys will know they know it was
Did we
you.
learn the name of that guard who survived?
Not without doing some checks.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that requires actions, which I think we've run out of.
You are, unless you spend more coin, which I think you guys have. You guys could spend your own personal coin if you want at this point, but your
Do I have any personal coin?
No, we have 4 in the vault, so we could all take one personal coin if you wanted to do it that way. I mean, everybody could take a coin if you wanted to do something.
I was gonna basically slander the surviving guard, saying that his trauma has made him an unreliable witness and all that crap. Unless you think you pull off that stunt better using your bureaucratic powers of manipulation.
Well, just remember, you do want people to know you did things, otherwise you don't get rep.
Yeah,
No, I'm
this
this would be specifically to discredit his recollection of the details of the assailants.
Well, I mean, technically, this is why we're wanted now, right? His recounting, and the spirit wards are like, yeah, these fuckers did it, and now we're wanted.
Correct.
All right. I don't feel so bad about it.
Yes, but I have a public persona I need to maintain.
Again, how well known is the crew's members at this point? You don't know.
We're just starting together.
You were also in disguise, so I think you are okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. That's why I was in disguise. I don't want to get
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
I've got some real stakes here.
Okay. So, all that being said, just recounting where you guys were at for numbers, right? Because I feel like we were a little off on here. So you took 4 coin to move forward, right? Yep. You had 4 coin already in the vault, or 3 coin already in the vault. So you had 10 coin total, right? Because you picked up 7 on this job, right?
We had 9. We had 9 coin because we spent 1 to get the bomb. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't. No. Yeah, you're right. We had 10. Yeah. So we do have an extra coin.
Wait, let me get through the math really quick, just to make sure we're.
Yep.
So we had 1 in the vault, or sorry, 3 in the vault, 7 coin, yada yada, right? Brain fart here, sorry. 4 to upgrade the thing, so you're down to 6. 1 for the extra stuff and things that you guys just did, the extra action.
The goat cart.
The goat cart, and then you have 4 that you can fill the vault back up with, essentially, or leave in the vault, however you want to consider it. And then there's 1 extra that you haven't accounted for. Or you can all take 1 coin for your personal collections and throw 1 in the vault. Choice is yours.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's give everybody some spending money. That was a big job. Everybody needs a little cash.
Okay. So, Alex, oh no, you donated yours. So all of you have 1 coin. That just means if and when we do more jobs that need you to hold more money, you either have to burn up slots to hold them, or you will fill up your coin slots. Because you can only hold 4 coin on your person at a time.
Am I allowed to use it now to go again to my
Yes,
vice dealer?
if you would like, just be warned.
Okay. Well, I still have more to get rid of.
I understand, but overindulging is dangerous.
Okay. I would like to spend 1 now.
Okay, you burn 1 of your coins.
Okay.
You know what? Just going with the crowd here. I'll go ahead and use mine to put a point in my playbook.
Okay, you do so.
Wait. 3.
Another 3. All right. Are you de-stressed finally?
Nope, I still have 2 left in there.
Wild. I would not do it again.
No.
Okay. Anyone else
That's why I
want to
stopped at 3.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to burn their coin, or are you guys going to hold on to it?
I think I will spend it. I'm going to work on my ledger.
I was going to say, don't forget that you guys can also take the coin and put it in your stash for later, which is an important bit for your characters.
I'll get there eventually.
How do we stash things?
It just goes in automatically. You take it off your character and move it to your character's stash.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that then.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Nope. Okay. You guys have whatever coins you have on you / whatever. As we move into the next bit. Now, you guys didn't pick up a new job. And honestly, we have less than a half hour, so there's probably not a lot of time for doing a whole other thing here. We have 2 choices. You can RP, and I highly suggest it. This is a great time for interactions between outside characters to have conversations with, or internal monologues. Your guys' choice. You can also make rolls of various risks and things, and if you spend some stress or other possible interactions to gain information on jobs from possibly next session. Because if you guys remember, jobs last for 3 ticks. And you guys have technically burned 2 ticks on the 2 other side jobs that you kind of sort of found out about but didn't get any information on.
That's a good point. I'm going to go, if I can accomplish this through RP, if it doesn't require an action, I wouldn't mind getting some more information on that Lord Rixdale and his weirdness, the loss of his child, and why he doesn't come to the door.
It all depends on what you roll. Like what stat
and who I talk to.
Correct.
You know what? I'll tackle 2 birds with 1 stone, and guys, I realize I haven't really talked a lot about my backstory, so I am going to go talk to my patron, Lord Gilder.
Lord Gilder floats into the room. Ah, you're back finally, Vincent.
I've been busy.
Busy doing
he
who?
quickly corrects himself. Ever since you departed your flesh, you've been... I don't know how dying made you more lecherous, but anyway, I was wondering if perhaps, my lord, you could assist your lowly servant.
Assist me? Of course. How can I help?
What do you know about a Lord Rixdale, or the whole Rixdale clan?
A bunch of market bitches, if I remember correctly. All they did was invest in shops until they went out of business.
but they still have standing within the city. Surely they are not.
Of course, yes, yes. But they are like the plague. I swear. I swear. The hive sends them to get rid of shops they don't like. They invest and suddenly they fall apart every single time.
Mayhap there's an active force working against them, or they just have a rotten run of luck.
I don't know, to be honest. I just know that they are the opposite of a green thumb. But not a brown thumb, as that is something totally different, as I've learned in the last year.
Yes, the ruling Lord Rigsdale apparently recently lost a son. I don't know how recently this had occurred. Would this happen while you were still alive, my lord?
Not that I know of. Have we
received
any? Have you received any funeral invitations?
No, your house and his did not have a lot of correspondence, from my understanding.
Good. Yes, that sounds right. I think.
Interesting.
He seems to be like eating an ethereal food in front of you.
He doesn't question it at this point. My lord, how protective are you over protecting your ethereal status from other individuals other than myself?
He kind of rubs his face for a second. Well, I think the more people that know that I am no longer of this world, the more likely they are going to run you out of house and home, dear Vincent. And for your own protection, you should keep the secret. I have no ulterior motives, of course.
Yes, you simply wish to watch over your dynasty ad infinitum. I am aware, sir, yes. But I'm only going to last so long, so I was wondering if perhaps you would be amenable to consulting outside experts on your state of being.
Vincent,
I've tried my best, but I am limited in that capacity. I'm more used to dealing with the living.
Let's play a game.
Very well, my lord. What game do you wish to play?
Grab those bone dice over there, quickly.
I grab the dice.
All right. If you roll 2 6s, I will allow it. If you roll 3 6s, there's only 2 dice, you will die. If you roll 1 6 and another number, I will give you something.
Very well, my lord. I rolled 1 6.
Wonderful. And the other number?
A 4.
Okay, fantastic. So he goes, keep it to yourself then, Vincent. But
very well.
I have acquired something for you. Check that drawer. And he points to a random one in a pile of drawers that you know have a ridiculous amount of paperwork and various other things.
I open the drawer he indicates.
A almost live-looking, wriggling tentacle sloops out at your face.
Ah!
It's not small. It's about the size of your hand.
Yeah, that's why it's like
sorry, forearm.
Backing away from it in startlement.
You guys know generally when tentacles are removed from the creatures they're on, they are alive for a little bit, but this thing had to have been here for quite some time.
Is that a Leviathan tentacle?
Mm-hmm.
How long has that been there?
About 7 years now.
How is it still active?
Mm-hmm. I brought it back. Just for you.
As much as the gesture is appreciated, he says, fighting back. Could you perhaps make it dead again so that I might remove it?
It seems very attached to you already, Vincent, as you notice a sticky feeling on your shoulder.
This thing's just going to stick on me until I get someone to remove it.
Literally wraps around your neck, and you can feel the sharp beaks in its suckers basically latch into you softly. Not enough to cause damage, but enough that you can feel them.
Am I allowed to take this gift off the premises, my lord?
I encourage it.
Lovely. Is there anything else you'll be needing of me, my lord, or is this check-in complete?
Mm, no, I think you've done enough for today. Take this to wherever you would like to keep it.
At your leave, my lord. Beeline straight back to the tower. Go to our visitor and go get this bloody thing off me.
As soon as you get to the tower, it comes off on its own.
Who's just hitching a ride?
Now it's like who would be the most qualified to examine this thing? We have a spirits expert. We have our mastermind who seems to know about government interworkings. Or I could just toss it at the doctor and tell him to do something with it.
Well, you guys know the doctor isn't there with you. He just visits pretty frequently.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm not handing it to Rathu. Screw that.
It seems to be crawling about the tower at random.
Weird.
You know, just because I don't feel like tracking it down and finding out more information about it, because at this point I've had my fill of my master's shenanigans. Finch! Finch, are you here?
Finch pops her head out.
Sorry, do you prefer Kessa?
Do I see this tentacle? Like, is it? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah,
It's just-
he'll point it out. So funny thing, that thing has been dead for over 7 years and was recently reanimated by a ghost. If you care to try to catch it and study it.
that is remarkably odd. You said it was animated by a ghost. There's a ghost.
No, that's the strange part. It simply willed it to be. And it is. And it is continuing. I believe it's wrapping itself around the chandelier.
That I've never seen anything like this, and I think she's gonna go. Hold on, give me a second, and she's gonna go run to wherever it is she sleeps. And shit, I want to try to catch this thing. Oh no, this is going in a jar.
Next to your ghost in a jar.
Yeah, next to my giant ghost that I've got swirling around.
Oh, you bring up your ghost. It seems to, almost like a dog, wrap itself around the jar itself, protecting the ghost.
Oh, that seems... That's
Odd.
convenient. Val, update. We have another pet.
So I look very distracted, like I'm deep within my thoughts with my little internal monologue. I'm currently obsessed now, even more so, with my lineage and history, and I'm focused on this because I feel like there's something that I failed to unlock. The last job went so badly because I wasn't focused enough. So I'm like looking at books and I'm like obsessively researching stuff to go deeper and deeper into my thing. So I'm not even hearing you.
And then Alexander's punching a punching bag somewhere. If he can't beat it or fight it, he's not interested.
Finch, do you approach
right,
the
Phil.
tentacle again by chance?
What was that with the tentacle?
Do you approach the tentacle again by chance?
Oh,
after
I absolutely do. I really have never seen anything like this, and I'm really, really intrigued because it's hard to come by something so new. Like, and I want to get up close to it and like absurdly close. And I think the first thing I want to do is smell it. Like, is it decaying? Is it decomposed? Is it like,
It smells fishy is the
know?
easiest way to describe it. If you've ever been
Okay.
around a dead or live Leviathan, it
Yeah.
smells like Leviathan.
Interesting.
Which also, the easiest way to describe a Leviathan spell is if you took an electric eel and ran it across the bottom of your nose, and it decided to pop off in the middle of that rub. So the air around it is kind of tingly.
So
That's-
ozone and fish funk.
Yeah, and lightning.
So,
Like, well, that's
and
the ozone.
this is what we collect. So I'm just gonna ask you there, Vincent, because I'm a little newer to like the city, so I don't know all of like your stuff here. But this is a Leviathan tentacle, and this is what we use. We extract the blood from things to run all
Yeah.
your city, right?
Yes.
Have you tried cutting it? Like, does this bleed?
I have just recently come into acquisition of it, and it spent the entire trip here lightly strangling me. I'm just grateful that it's not attached to my person anymore.
Where did you find this?
How well can you keep a secret?
I don't know. It depends if you need me to remember it or not, if I'm going to even remember this tomorrow.
That's almost comforting. Well, you know that I am a servant of House Gilda, yes? That is my public persona, my cover, my civilian persona non gratis.
Thought it was Guildman, but okay, keep going.
Gilda.
Yeah.
What everyone hasn't known for the last 7 years is that Lord Gilda has actually been dead. This entire time.
She's so confused what you're trying to say. So
And he's still giving orders.
you work for a reanimated figure.
He is not possessive, he is solid. He achieved it with remarkable haste, concerning even. The man studied the occult his entire life, and now he's apparently achieved his dream of watching over everything from beyond the mortal coil.
That is exponentially insane. That must have taken like a lot of magic occult on his part. I can't even comprehend trying to do a ritual to obtain essentially immortality. It's not a fire. Like,
He just kind of nods along with the eyes of like, yes, and then the man is
holy
infuriating, and
dude.
he wasn't that lucid to begin with before he died, and I fear he's gotten worse.
A small, friendly voice says, "He's not that bad."
The tentacle spoke, didn't it?
Was that the
Did
tentacle?
just,
That was the tentacle. It looks like it's looking right at the two of you. It didn't actually speak. You just heard a voice.
I'm immediately gonna look at you and be like, "Did you just fucking hear that?"
I did, and I'm not surprised. I figured there was a reason he let me have this.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the jar and I'm gonna gently, like, not touching it. I'm
The
gonna pick up the
ghost
ghost
is
jar.
gone.
It ate the ghost.
Ghost in the tentacle?
Wow, the ghost is gone. Ectoplasm and all.
He got...
I need some bit of investigation check or history check. I don't know the words of this type of a check.
You're using your eyes. This would be a survey or study.
Okay, roll one of them. It's gonna be study.
Okay, so controlled roll, standard effect.
Okay, with
Okay, so
an assist.
would there be a point to pushing or
You sure if you want to burn stress?
Nah.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
all it
let's do
does,
it.
if it just adds more dice and doesn't get a better effect, then nah.
Okay. This is so wackadoodle. Okay, it's a 5.
5, fantastic. In a controlled environment, nothing terrible happens. Your effect is slightly lowered, but not by much. So, the ghost is gone. There's no ectoplasm. Your bottle is usable again.
I would rather have the ghost.
But the ghost has been consumed.
And now the tentacle can speak.
And now the tentacle
I'm
can
beginning
speak.
to get a very disturbing idea of how my master achieved this thing's reanimation.
I'm gonna carry the jar, and we need to bring this to Val, and I'm gonna plop it on his desk to rope him into this fucking conversation, because this is insane.
The tentacle
So I look at it.
turns as if its gnarly little face bit, the front of the tentacle is a face, and it looks and says, "Another! Hello!"
It says, "Well, aren't you just the interesting creature? You said he ate the. Did you eat the ghost? I just start talking. Did you eat the ghost?
Yes!
Will you get stronger if I give you more ghosts?
I have no idea.
I think we should give him more ghosts.
I think you should give me one ghost too.
I feel you look at me and I'm very unconcerned about all of this. I'm just like, this is excellent. A new A new pawn for the chessboard. Feed the tentacle ghost.
I'm still a little guy.
I'm just also going to assume that Val already knew about Lord Gilder because the man has his fingers in all sorts of pies.
Mm,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some things in my past that he definitely was a part of.
that's crazy.
So
Yes,
cool.
what's your name?
Ah,
Crap.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be
Henceforth,
100%.
your name shall be
I'm gonna be
Squishy.
honest with you. I gained consciousness about 17 seconds ago.
I think your name shall be Squishy.
Squishy is a good name. Not a very powerful
Do you
name,
like
but it's cute.
Squishy?
He shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy.
Your new name is Squishy.
I accept the name Squishy. Add me to the notes.
Oh my gosh. So what is this? Like he doesn't know if he just gained consciousness.
No idea.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it
That's-
out. I'm totally down with it. We need to get more ghosts for this guy.
I mean, I'm of no help in this situation. I'm a father, but I adopted all my children. I wasn't there for when they came into the world.
Congratulations.
You've given birth to a tentacle. Excellent.
I've seen these videos before. I don't know if I like where that came from.
Terrible.
Can I study this? I mean, I'm gonna say study as the check, but like my brain's mostly thinking of like a history check. Like, what do I know about Leviathan tentacles? Like, if they're severed, do they regrow like an octopus?
Sure, I'm gonna
That's what I'm
use some
for.
basic world knowledge that your character would know that you might necessarily not. No need to make a roll
Okay.
for this. So you
Okay.
know that Leviathans act generally like legitimate creatures, right? You cut off a piece of their tentacle, like octopuses and other things. They can kind of survive on their own for a little bit, but they eventually die because they have no way to feed themselves, essentially, right? They are very conductive with ectoplasm. Their blood and ectoplasm mix really well, right? For whatever reasons, they react well to ghost. It has been said that when you are killed by a Leviathan, not even your soul escapes.
So none of us die in front of this thing.
So it's like a
Um,
black hole.
This might be very useful. If we kill somebody, he might be able to suck up their spirits and save us.
But what would be the resulting reaction as it continues
Well, I
to
don't know.
consume spirit
It seemed
energy?
friendly enough. I was like, I look at him. It's like, do you like live people?
I think
Like you want to? Do you feel the urge to consume?
I'm a little peckish.
But you don't like people, right? Or do you just like spirits, ectoplasm, that kind of stuff?
I don't think I have a mouth.
So it has to be energy. So yeah, this could be very useful.
Other
Yeah,
things you would, other things you would know
remember
about.
that you said that. Remember that you said that next time it's eyeing us like toffee wrappers.
As a side note, you would know that generally, for Leviathan stuff and whatnot, they don't reanimate. There's been no known ritual to like bring them back from the dead. They can't be turned into vampires or holes. But then again, they don't produce a soul when they're killed.
Yeah.
And are they typically sentient? Like I'm comparing it to like an
Oh.
octopus intelligence. Like
It's
they are.
way smarter than an octopus. They are hunter
Okay.
killer. They are orca level murderers with tentacles.
Interesting.
Kessa, don't you have a friend in the medical practice who'd be very interested in studying this thing? Referring to your backup character.
Yeah, we could definitely pull Etta into this, but I also have a second spirit bottle. So I'm willing to sacrifice my second one if we want to try to feed it again.
Do you have a second spirit?
I had caught two. I have it on my inventory sheet. So I
Okay.
have another one we could try to give it if you guys want to.
Would you like to give Squishy another soul?
Make him do a trick first.
Y'all are the smart ones. You guys confer, but I'm willing to give it a second one that I've got.
Yeah, you know what? I have a strong feeling that this was given to us on purpose. So I'm down. for it. I'm
All right.
kind of. Let's do it.
Let's observe the feeding this time. Last time we missed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my little hidey hole that I'm sleeping in, and I'm gonna they're like red box size bottles is the description. So I'm gonna go bring the next jar down, and
Okay.
I wanted to stay far enough away that like it can't have immediate contact because I want to see how close the ghost has to get to the tentacle for it to consume it, and then what does that reaction like look like the
Okay.
distance thing, like that's what I'm
So,
looking for.
Squishy goes, another! And it jumps off the bottle it was currently stuck to and kind of slithers its way, like looking like a caterpillar, essentially. Its way over. And then again wraps around the bottle. And within a couple seconds, you see the glow from the bottle kind of like up and down, and then it just stops pulsating.
Mm.
And if you take a look at the bottle afterwards, there's not even ectoplasm left over. And generally, when you guys interact with ghosts, even if you release them naturally from the spirit bottle, there would be ectoplasm, which is one of the ways they get it, right? Is they will catch a ghost, shake it up, essentially, throw it out, and then pour out the ectoplasm.
How do you feel? How do you feel, Squishy?
I'm less peckish. That was good. Thank you.
All right.
Tune to this, and I say we. I mean, I don't know, Vincent, if you're interested, but I would be really interested in tuning because you said it messes with like the electroplasm and stuff. Like, does it feel different to me?
You would like to
I've not
attune
tried
to
attuning
the
to
squishy?
the thing yet.
I don't think Squishy's a spirit.
No, but it feeds on spiritual energy, which means if you try to attune with it, it might just start draining your energy from you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe we shouldn't do that.
No, I don't think that is advisable.
Mm-hmm.
But, Val, can I have you go ahead and keep studying this. Val, can I have a private conversation with you really quick?
Hi.
You realize what we have here? We have the ultimate smokescreen for murder. None of the bells would go off if we keep this thing on us if we had to unalive somebody.
Of course. That's what I said. A new pawn for the chessboard.
But more than that, events like the cart job, the bells wouldn't ring as long as we had that thing within close proximity.
Well, it depends on how quickly he can be a spirit, and those things go off immediately. But if nothing else, they can protect us from spirits.
I suppose that's true. And we're not assassins, after all. We don't slink into people's houses and murderize them.
But we need to do some
experiments. At least not subtly.
we need to experiment with Squishy.
That will require killing more people for him to eat.
Or finding your ghosts.
Feed me, Seymour!
That's like, do we have that kind of scenario going on? But I'll have to watch him, see if he sprouts.
Buds. Splits off into multiple appendages.
You will notice that the previously, what's the right word? Cut part that was part of him, that like wasn't oozing or anything crazy like that, has healed over. But it did so after the first ghost.
Gotcha. So,
does he seem to have increased in any size after consuming the second ghost?
Nope, not at this point.
Okay.
Well, Squishy, welcome to the crew.
Aha! Crew! What's that?
We're like a little family.
We're friends, not food. Friends, not food.
Friends, not food. Easy to remember, just like my name.
Just remember, you don't have to do anything to pull your weight around here except just eat the ghosts we give you.
Are there more ghosts?
There will
Not
be.
yet.
Oh. Okay.
You might have to go like put him in a jar and take him on walks through like haunted sections of the city so he can feed.
I'm going to take a nap now. And it curls up into a little ball and passes out.
It's so ugly, it's adorable. Anyway.
If you guys get close enough to it, you can psychically hear like a would-be, what sounds like a blowhole but like a soft purring-esque blowhole.
It's like whale song meets a cat purr. Got it.
Really?
Interesting.
It has no
Wow.
blowhole. It has no mouth. But you
Mhm.
psychically hear that in your head.
I am both intrigued and disturbed by the existence of this creature. I'm not sure we'd get a straight answer out of my lord if we were to question its origin.
Why did he give it to you?
Why does the man do anything? He's dead. He's been dead for years and he's crazy.
Fair.
No doubt he has some scheme in mind, whether or not I can comprehend it in its infinite layers, and whether or not some of those layers end up in cul-de-sacs.
You might make the obvious connection that this thing eats souls, and he's had it bound up in a drawer for the last 7+ years.
Yeah,
And yet when he himself died, he was not consumed by it.
It was in a drawer.
Yeah, I'll explain the whole story. He put it in a drawer to prank me. And that from Vince's point of view, it's like, if he did all of that just to prank me, I'd believe that would be the end of his motivation, because the man is crazy.
Yeah.
So you think this is just a harmless little thing he gave
For
you?
my own sanity, I'd like to believe that this was a prank, but I've known the man both dead and alive too long to know that there's probably something much, much more to this.
Yeah, I kind of have this 1,000-yard stare, and I'm like, it's not a prank.
Oh, besides any extra motivation you would add, it would click eventually that he wanted this out of the house. That's why he told you to leave immediately.
He doesn't want to get it. It could be as simple as he doesn't want the thing to eat him eventually.
Right, exactly.
It's not a prank. It was definitely deliberate.
Which is odd to say. If he was afraid, he just handed his put-upon servant the one means of actually eliminating him, should he ever decide to, which means he must have yet another contingency in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Or he trusts you explicitly, because, you know. Is that a smart choice? You know, who knows? All right. At this point,
sorry, just one more
okay.
thought he's going to have. I wonder if maybe if we get our hand on like a hypodermic needle or something, we could pull tissue samples or something from this guy.
Yeah.
Would you like to try?
Wouldn't. Next time the doctor comes in, we'll have him.
I'm curious if there's blood in it and how we can use the blood. Like if he would be like a willing donor.
You can talk to Squishy whenever you want.
Yeah, but later he's.
I was gonna say he is a semi-sentient creature here.
Yeah.
Oh, something for next time.
I wouldn't do it as a surprise. As the DM, I'm telling you, do not surprise him by stabbing him. That's a poor choice.
I think we need to treat Squishy with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Until we know that.
Well, ladies and gents, we're right at time. We're going to do our level up off screen. Thank you guys for being here. Do you guys have any fun announcements before we do our fun stuff? Aaron or Sunny, obviously. We lost Fairling, but he is dealing with a small child, so he's off tonight. We'll get him his experience later.
No, not a whole lot. We got other games this week. I got Fallout coming up this Wednesday. And then this upcoming Saturday, I'm running both the library games at the local library here in Fairbanks, and we are doing Dungeons and Flagons later that evening in the Fairbanks VFW, or not Fairbanks, North Pole VFW.
Yeah, I was going to say two different locations.
North Pole VFW. As far as over on my gaming channel, Couch Quest, we're still doing Baldur's Gate 3 and Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley's on Wednesdays, Baldur's Gate on Fridays. And then I still have my little AI music channel, LK Radio, working on the next playlist that's going to come out on that. Still making tweaks. That one doesn't have regular updates, so it's ready when it's ready.
Sweet. We are still in March, right? No, we're in April.
Yep. April. Mm-hmm. So spring 907.
I thought that was March. I thought this was full.
March was Mario.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. It's spring 907. Bring on the heat. It snowed again today. But yeah, spring 907, 10% off on the website. Follow up on the Dungeons and Flagons event as we're doing a fun community event. If you stayed through here and want to build a character, we're doing a 1 class a day until Friday. Winner gets fun tags in the Discord and or extra stuff if they already have tags. We're building level 10 characters where there's a winner each day, as long as we have people that submit stuff. Yeah, that's all we got going on. With adventure in mind. Have a wonderful time. Bye. If I can find the sound effects. There it is.
In the streets of Duskfall where the sun never shows, bad luck's a friend that everybody knows. The ghosts drift by with hollow, hungry eyes, whispering your secrets and counting their lies. The goats on the rooftops watching from above like twisted messengers of something dark enough. And down by the docks where the eels are fried, you eat your fill, but there's poison inside. Under the endless night, no one's free from fear. Drinking mushroom beer, the shadow's always near. Silver in your hand, it don't last long. In the streets of Duskfall, luck is always wrong. From Crow's Foot to Sure Hollow, the coins keep turning. Every corner you take, the darkness is burning. Bright stone's wealth shines, but it's built on bones. And at night market, you hear the desperate moans. 6 towers crumble with ghosts in every hall, while the docks stink of fish and the city calls. Your luck runs thin like the web of a spider, and every choice you make pulls you tighter. Under the endless night, no one's free from fear. Drinking mushroom beer, the shadow's always near. Silver in your hand, it don't last long. In the streets of Duskfall, luck is always wrong. The ghosts bleat low, a warning in the wind, a storm of bad fortune just waiting to begin. You've got your coin, but it's bloodstained, cursed, and the spirits won't leave till you're in the dirt. And under